This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? Visit GoCurrency.com. Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith. And by Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at LibertyFirstCU.com.
A lovely job with the national anthem, and thanks for tuning in today on News Channel Nebraska. My name is Kalen Deppen, here with Andy Klassen, and a big round of applause for Nikki Allison and Bree Ledger for our Star Spangled Banner national anthem here today. We are in Omaha for a fun matchup for the 4th of July. Andy, Corn Belt Military Tribute Team taking on the U.S. Military War Dogs. Talk about this matchup.
You're exactly right. The Military War Dogs are a traveling military tribute team, and we really lucked out here. The Corn Belt League got them here for 4th of July weekend for a game. We've already got into some of the festivities, and how could you not be ready for a game here after listening to Nikki Allison and Bree Ledger belt out the national anthem like that? Just fantastic stuff going on here at J.J. Isaacson Field.
And it's always a good time to have as the 4th of July weekend is coming. It's here, celebrating America's freedom and this United States of America as a country. And lots of patriotism this weekend as we have our ceremonial first pitch. And who is it, Andy?
We got Hal Dobb, former congressman. He's also an Army veteran, served in the military from 1966 to 1968. Herb Cooper standing next to him there in the black shorts and the military green top. He's a veteran, an Army veteran as well, and he has cared for J.J. Isaacson Field since 1981. And you can see right now the field is in fantastic shape. We have 88 degrees, sunny conditions here, perfect evening for baseball.
I was going to say it looks really good, and the ceremonial first pitch, you think it's going to be a strike?
I think it's going to be a strike no matter what. We're going to have strike one, strike two. Here we go. And Hal Dobb has always been, he was a former mayor of Omaha as well, and he's lived in Omaha for a number of years. So everything that happens around Omaha, Nebraska, Hal's either a part of it or he's aware of it, he's around it, and he's also a big-time baseball fan. He's always followed the Corn Belt League ever since its inception, and especially since we've been covering Thursday night baseball.
Exactly. Who's going first? Herb will go first.
Oh, the lefty.
Pretty good.
Was that a sinker? A little bit of a curveball there?
I think if you're the catcher, you got to stop that ball, don't you?
Got to get down and got to block. Oh, look at the windup there from Hal.
Oh, there it is. Your
Big round of
ceremonial first
applause.
pitch. Wonderfully done. But this should be a very fun game. The U.S. Military War Dogs and the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team.
Right.
Talk really quick about, Andy, about this tribute team, and why are these players on this team?
So every single player that you see there for the Corn Belt League is kind of picked from different teams, kind of like an all-star team would be constructed. The caveat here is every single player has a father, an uncle, some family member that served in a military branch. And the head coach, Vern Hasty, He's a Marine.
Wow.
So we got stars and stripes all over this one.
You got to love having this kind of thing on 4th of July weekend, getting into the week. Did you watch any fireworks so far?
I have seen a few. My kids are really getting into the, every time we go by a big old TP tent and you see a big old dinosaur, Godzilla, whatever, blown up.
You got to go stop and take a look.
Exactly. So it's a cool 20.
Before we get this matchup started, we'll take a quick break, but stay tuned for the U.S. Military War Dogs and the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team. It's coming to your TV next on News Channel Nebraska.
The pregame show is sponsored by Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Thanks for tuning in on News Channel Nebraska. We got a fun matchup for you in our tribute game on the 4th of July. U.S. Military War Dogs and the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team. My name is Kalen Devin, along with Andy Klassen here with you today. Let's take a look at some of our starting lineups brought to you by Certified Piedmontese Beef. We'll start with the War Dogs. Leading off is Josh McNeil. He's playing center field today, along with LaShawn Thomas, batting second and left. Nigo Benda playing third base today. He's batting third. R.J. Vaughn is at second base. He is batting fourth. Batting fifth, Ryan Neindorf playing first base today. He's also the manager of this War Dogs team, player coach.
Yep, there you go.
Batting sixth, Eddie Inken. He's playing short today with Mike Leipzig as the extra hitter. Batting seventh. Batting eighth is Kent Harrelson playing right field today. And ninth is Justin Rosa playing catcher. And number 52, the designated hitter, Travis Hackett. So 10 batters in the lineup today for the United States Military War Dogs. Now as we take a look at the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team, Nick DeMonte, he will be starting off in center today. Batting first, Braden Jackson at short. He'll be batting second. Keegan McLaughlin behind the plate, batting third. Josh Cuniff DHing today. He's batting fourth. Jake Butler in right field today, batting fifth. Andy Cisneros in left field, batting sixth. Logan Stribling playing third base today. He's batting seventh. Max Pfizer at first base today. He's batting eighth. And Robert Archer, he is playing second today and batting ninth. So we've got some good athletes on the field today, young and old, and it should be a really fun matchup for us. So make sure you stick with us the entire way. Kalen Devin, Andy Klassen, joining you on News Channel Nebraska.
Woodhouse Chevy is making car buying better. Now with 2 convenient locations in Missouri Valley, Iowa, and our newest location in Omaha at 112th and Dodge. Plus, going on now, receive up to $6,000 off MSRP on the 2023 Chevy Silverado. Visit us in-store or online anytime to shop our current offers and inventory. Find new roads with Woodhouse Chevy in Missouri Valley and now in Omaha.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech Program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech program and become part of the Landmark difference.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands will be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Experience what banking local feels like. Bank of the Valley is owned and managed by the people within our community. This means our decisions are made right here by people who care about you and the communities we serve. Knowing our customers personally helps our experienced team provide the best solutions as your banking needs and goals change. Stop into our newest branch in Schuyler, Nebraska, or visit any of our other bank locations in person or online. Bank of the Valley. Together, we go further.
We feel it at the grocery store, when we pay our cable bill, or purchase our favorite coffee. Costs are on the rise. That's not true with electricity. For the past 10 years, customers in communities served by Nebraska Public Power District have enjoyed no annual overall rate increases. So, considering how electricity powers our everyday, it remains a great value. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
We've got a fun military tribute game today in Omaha, part of the Corn Belt Baseball League and the U.S. Military War Dogs. They have stopped in Omaha today for this matchup. Kalen Devin, Andy Klassen joining you on News Channel Nebraska, and it will be the War Dogs who will take the batter's box first. We'll see how they can get things going, try to find a couple gaps and get some runners aboard.
Garrett Season's going to be our starting pitcher tonight. He's probably going to go 2, maybe 3 innings. So you're kind of going to have an all-star field of this. We're going to see multiple catchers, multiple pitchers. I assume we're going to see a number of, pinch runners, things of that nature, just to get everybody into the game and to be part of this wonderful event.
So what you're telling us is that you got to bear with us because there's going to be lots of different changes throughout the game. There's going to be new positions pretty much every inning. So we're going to get everybody some playing time, which I do love, to get all these guys have some fun while playing a game like this, because this is a very unique experience.
Right, and it's going to be competitive. I mean, the Military War Dogs, I've heard they are no joke. They are a traveling team. They are looking to take on the Corn Belt League and some of their all-stars here and come out of here with a victory.
Not going to let the young kids get an easy go at it.
I think so.
So it is Josh McNeil to get things started. He's playing center field today for the War Dogs, and he will be the leadoff batter. And you mentioned it, Andy. He's facing Garrett Seamson today.
Seamson with a strike right down the middle. Beautiful location, starting off with that fastball.
A good way to get it started. I think the fastball is probably the way to go almost every time to start a game. Had a little bit of movement there.
Kind of lost that one, though, high and inside.
And a 1-1 count. Seamson from the windup to McNeil. That one down low for ball 2.
I still like that location versus the previous pitch where it kind of got left upstairs. If you're going to miss, go ahead and miss a little low in the batter's box.
Right. That's down low and inside as well. And now Seamson kind of lost himself after the first pitch strike. Comes right back with 3 straight balls.
Hitters count here to start things off for the War Dogs.
McNeil digs in the pitch, lines this one towards second base, bobbled it, the throw, and not in time, and McNeil reaches. We call that an error.
Not the way the Corn Belt League wanted to get things started there. And Seamson did his job, fought back in the count, got a ground ball out of it, just kind of ate up the second baseman.
That's Robert Archer out there at second base so far. That's a tough one. The first ball of the game can be a little tricky.
Yep.
But now you put yourself in double play territory for the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team with LaShawn Thomas batting second today. Sees this one, fouls it off right side.
LaShawn, what are you doing? You're sending a first foul ball towards my truck over there. Come on now.
You'll pay for the damages, though, Andy.
That's right.
Let these guys have it.
LaShawn has that open stance, but you look right before the pitch, he gets it closed up, and he's in that perfect position there, well balanced.
A 1-1 count now for Thomas. Yeah, he's got that front left foot in front of him, kind of toward the back a little bit, which allows him to, he'll be allowed to step kind of wherever he wants to aim this ball.
Mm-hmm.
1-1 count, the pitch right over the head of Thomas, and taking second is McNeil on the pass ball.
And there goes your double player, your conventional double play.
You'd still get one, it'll just be a little bit trickier, and Seamson has had a tough start so far.
And the way McNeil's running everything out, you know, that opening ground ball, if he hadn't been hustling the whole way, and we didn't mention that, he wouldn't have reached first base on that first at bat.
2-1 count to Thomas, who drills this one toward right field, right at the right fielder in Butler, and tagging up from
I don't know. I think he dropped it. They're yelling at LaShawn to get over to first base.
Well, he now calling him out because he's out of the base path.
Right. Are they going to give him the base?
Well, let's check this out here on our replay.
Did he have control of it before the bobble? Boy, that happened fast.
I think that's a catch and an out anyway.
Yep, I think so
I would
too.
say that would be on the transfer. So either way, McNeil takes third. I think we can call that a sac fly. I would anyway.
There, yeah, advance the runner 90 feet closer, right? Once again, that changeup kind of fluttering upstairs there for Seamson.
Now here's Benda.
I like that fastball. I mean, there's some velocity attached to that. And as I mentioned before, I like the low location of that fastball.
2-0 count for Migo Banda. Seamson's pitch loses it, and McNeil will easily take home.
Kind of a opening run gifted to the Military War Dogs. Don't sleep on Josh McNeil. Ran out that little dribbler, the ground ball to first base, got over to second on a pass ball, then was well aware of the situation, had a healthy lead on third. As soon as that was a pass ball, I mean, he didn't even have to slide. He was already there, stand up for the steal, and the opening run of the game goes to the Military War Dogs.
And that's one that can be avoided, as this is right down the middle for the first strike of the at-bat to Banda. But Seamson, man, he's had a couple pass balls today that now has advanced McNeil to second and then took him home. Here's a short grounder towards short. Banda trying to run it out. He's in time, gets the out. Nice play by Braden Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson really had to charge that one. He didn't have much time on the exchange. Zipped it over to first base. Well played. You can see that grass. You know, we've had a couple days of rain, some moisture in the Omaha, greater Omaha area past couple of days. Kind of feels like that ball's getting held up by this beautifully groomed grass infield.
2 down and a 1-0 lead for the War Dogs. Nobody on base. Seamson bounces this one toward the plate for ball 1. Really has not found his rhythm yet.
Yeah, really hasn't. You know, he's missed low, he's missed high. He's had a couple that got inside.
Seamson plays for the Royal Blue Dogs of the Corn Belt League. This is hit right side, foul. No chase by Butler.
Played his high school ball for Papio South. Got a pretty decent baseball program over there. Do the Titans.
A low stance for R.J. Vaughn, who lines this one towards second. Here's a little redemption for Robert Archer, who throws it to first in time for the third out to Max Spicer. And that will end the inning, but not without some damage done. The War Dogs, with a little grounder from Josh McNeil, he scores, and it's a 1-0 lead with the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team coming up in the bottom of the first.
The air inside your home can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outside air. John Henry's priority is keeping your home safe and healthy for you and your family. Cleaning your home's air duct system is an important part of that goal. Our service professionals will clean your air ducts using top-of-the-line equipment that pulls air in reverse through the duct system, while using compressed air and agitation tools to remove unwanted particles. Once the air is discharged, it runs through 3 stages of filtration, leaving your air duct system restored and functioning cleaner than ever. Contact John Henry's today and schedule your steps to a healthier home.
No matter what your age, skill level, or position, your baseball season begins at the Strike Zone. Featuring state-of-the-art batting cages, group and private instruction, the Strike Zone provides athletes all the training and equipment you need to get your game to the next level. Give the gift of development to your baseball or softball player. Purchase your Strike Zone gift cards today. Baseball never ends at the Strike Zone.
News Channel Nebraska, and a 1-0 lead for the U.S. Military War Dogs over the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team. Kaylin Debin, Andy Klassen joining you in Omaha today for a wonderful 4th of July weekend, early part of the week. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July to everyone, and how fitting that we get to do a tribute game like this, kind of an all-star game feel to it. The traveling Military War Dogs taking on basically a military tribute team from the Corn Belt League, where each and every player has a family member that's served in some branch or capacity of the United States military.
As we get started here in the bottom of the first inning, it is a 1-0 lead in favor of the War Dogs. They had Josh McNeil ground one to the second baseman, Robert Archer, who kind of bobbled it. McNeil reached and then ended up scoring on a few pass balls, a sacrifice fly, and the War Dogs have this 1-0 lead. Nick DeMonte, he is playing center today for the Corn Belt Tribute Team, and he is down 0-1 to start.
DeMonte played his high school ball for Platteview High School, not too far from here.
And our first inning is brought to you by USAVE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And that gets away from the pitcher, Calvin Jensen.
Yeah, Jensen started off with that fastball right down the pipe. Since then, he's allowed a couple of balls here in a row. Good on DeMonte, taking a couple of pitches here, getting back ahead in the count.
DeMonte hits this one toward shortstop. It's Inkin trying to make the throw over to first, not in time. We call that an infield single for Nick DeMonte.
Just a little bit of a bobble there for Inkin, but DeMonte just enough time to motor that one out, hustle that one out.
Could be close. Called an error, called a hit. It was close.
Give him the hit, right?
You want to, right? Braden Jackson fouls this one off. First pitch seen from Calvin Jensen. Yeah, there was a bobble. I would probably call that an error.
Yeah. So we've seen a couple ground balls kind of gobble up middle infielders, really, for both teams.
DeMonte goes, and the throw is not in time. Trying to nab him stealing, and DeMonte is safe on second. Now Braden Jackson with the chance to hit him in with a 1-1 count.
Alrighty, getting his entire uniform dirty. Gotta love that. The head first slide in the bottom half of the first inning.
I've always been a big head first slide fan.
Oh, yeah. Lets everyone know that you just got done playing a ball game. You know? If you don't get your uniform a little dirty, I mean, what are you doing?
2-1 count toward Jackson. Cannot find the strike zone there from Jensen either. 3-1 count toward Braden Jackson.
Pretty good at bat thus far for Jackson. Came out swinging on that very first pitch, looking for fastball. He got it.
And walks him.
Yep, it was disciplined to take the next 4 pitchers after coming up hacking. That's a good at bat.
None down, 2 on, and Keegan McLaughlin, catcher today for the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team. And here's a big opportunity to get a couple of runs.
Yeah, first couple of guys on board. Might have had an air to help you out here. Can you capitalize?
Hung that one up there in there for a strike. Some good movement from Jensen. Pitch, that's outside. Trying to hit the same location. Just drifted on Jensen a little bit.
And we just had, a week ago, McLaughlin for a regular Thursday night game. He plays for the Bombers. The Omaha Bombers, plays his collegiate ball for Wayne State. So he gets to wear the gold and black during his collegiate play. And then his summer collegiate league gets to wear gold and black for the Bombers.
And fouled that one off. Right side. He's down 1-2. So now you got to find something and try to poke it through.
Yeah, might make a little adjustment here to his swing, shorten it up, more of a defensive swing. But as you saw with the Military War Dogs, they worked that initial runner over and then got him across for that first run.
McLaughlin doesn't even wear batting gloves. Swings and misses, and he strikes out.
And another kind of a fun, unique thing with this Summer Collegiate Development League in the Corn Belt League, they use wooden bats. So you hear that crack of the bat, whether you're going to like a AAA game or a Major League game. There's something about the crack of that wooden bat you got to love.
Yeah, you got to love the wood bats. Gives you a chance to break some bats, too.
Right, yep.
You hit it hard enough, you hit it. It's more so if you hit it on the wrong spot. Hit it toward the handle. Well, 1 down, 2 runners on base, and a strike from Jensen. Starting to heat up a little bit with Josh Cuniff in the batter's box.
Finds himself a little behind here, 0-1.
In there for strike 2. The runner's going, the pass ball, not going to give it a shot. Rosa thought about it.
I think he made the correct decision there to go ahead and eat that one. Runners on top of it, advance. We've seen some really good base running early on here for both teams.
So now you think if you're Cuniff, you kind of just need to get something out there. The pitch high and upstairs.
Oh, he wanted to pull the trigger on that too. Thought better of it, but you're exactly right, Kalen. All he's got to do now is poke one to the outfield. That should be good enough for an RBI.
Try to tie up this game. Down low for ball 2, and I think they hit Rosa in the hand.
Yeah, kind of jammed up the catcher. And nice of the umpire, home plate umpire there to call timeout and kind of walk the ball back up to the pitcher's mound. Give his guy, his catcher, a little time there to recoup and regather.
So who will win the battle between Jensen and Cuniff?
Catchers and umpires always have that relationship, don't they?
Yeah, I think they're just very similar. Both standing right next to each other. It's a good friendship.
Yep.
Gets the outside corner, strike 3. Calvin Jensen, 2 strikeouts back to back.
Yeah, in that mode there, it kind of has to protect the plate. Was it a little outside? Was it a little elevated in the box? Maybe so, but you got to be thinking. We've seen some strikes, whether it's on the inside portion, outside portion of plate. It looks to me like this is going to be an expanded strike zone.
Can't come back into the zone. Not a bad spot from Calvin Jensen toward Jake Butler, playing right field today. Runners on second and third. Down 1-0 to the War Dogs. Butler fouls it off right side.
Just missed that one, just underneath of it. Butler plays his regular ball with the Royal Blue Dogs. Now he's taking on the War Dogs here today.
Thought you were about to say the Royals. Butler fouls it off again.
I bet he wouldn't sneeze at maybe playing for the Royals. Not having the best
I
of
think
seasons.
they could use anybody,
Yeah.
anybody right now, Andy.
They're calling him up, aren't they?
1-2 count for Butler. Corn Belt Tribute team does not want to waste this opportunity. Jensen's down low. Good stop by Rosa.
That was a great stop by Rosa. You see him come out of his stance, make sure they kept that ball out in front. Those are, those fundamental, those type of plays that you're taught, Pee Wee League, Little League, and they hold true all the way up to this level.
Swing and a miss, and how about the inning from Calvin Jensen? Strikeout, 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 and a way to end it in the bottom of the first inning. We go to the top of the second. The U.S. Military War Dogs lead it 2-0. We're back after this.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
it wasn't, but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
War Dogs with a 1-0 lead over the Corn Belt Military Tribute team. Thanks for tuning in on News Channel Nebraska. My name is Kalen Devin with Andy Klassen here. Today, top of the second inning, the War Dogs have a one-run lead thanks to a few mistakes for the Corn Belt defense.
And you really got to credit Rosa, the catcher for the Military War Dogs, going down and blocking a couple of those sinkers that found the dirt, kept that base runner at third base. Wasn't the case in the first inning for the Corn Belt League's team as a ball got by the catcher. And guess what? Josh McNeil motored out a grounder to get himself on first base, stole second, ended up stealing home as well.
We do have the same lineup for the Corn Belt Tribute team, Military Tribute team, as we did last inning, but after this inning, it's pretty much going to change. First pitch from Seamson is downstairs for a ball to Ryan Neindorf, the player coach for the War Dogs.
Player coach, first baseman. He looks like a big old first baseman out there.
Lines this one through the gap for a base hit, and Neindorf gets started early in the second inning for the War Dogs.
Boy, and Military War Dogs are just doing a really nice job making contact right now, and they're just trying to punch a couple balls through the infield, and that's exactly what happened right there. You saw Neindorf. He didn't try to overpower that one, still pulled it to the left side. Got it between short and third.
Not too much that Stribling and Jackson could do about it. Kind of got right in between there.
That's so important, getting that first batter on board.
Shortstop Eddie Inkin. Nice pitch from Seamson to hit that corner.
Yeah, that had a little movement on it.
Inkin playing shortstop today for the War Dogs. He's got a runner on first in Neindorf. Swings and misses. Seamson trying to come back from a little bit of a tougher go at it in the top of the first inning. Was a little wild on some pitches.
Yeah, and, it kind of sent the inning off. It started off in a tough spot there where he got the ground ball, and they just were unable to convert to get that opening out. And that's tough on any pitcher when that opening runner gets on board, especially when he gets there through an air.
1-2 count for Inkin. Seamson looking for his first strikeout. And he gets it. Didn't get a piece of that one. That is the first strikeout for Garrett Seamson, and sits down Eddie Inkin.
Really nice job honing in on his fastball. Actually opened that sequence off with the kind of an off speed. It stayed elevated, but you saw the movement on it. Came back, roaring back with that fastball.
The extra hitter now, Mike Livesey. takes the batter's box. Neindorf still at first for the War Dogs. Just a little low on the pitch. Not a bad location at all from Seamson.
No, not at all. And that's what I really liked about his fastball. When he leaves it a little low, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that location.
Another good pitch from Seamson. This time finds the zone. 1-1 count for Livesley. Lifts it high to the air, trying to get under it. And making the catch is Max Pfizer.
Pfizer doing an excellent job coming off the bag, keying in on the ball and keeping his eyes on it the whole way. That setting sun is actually kind of behind him there. That could have been problems. Did a really good job locating it right off the bat and sticking with it, watching it all the way into the glove.
Ken Harrelson, number 5. He's batting in the 8th spot today and playing right field. 2 outs and a strike to get things going for Garrett Seamson.
Harrelson's another one of these big sticks up there for the Military War Dogs. Has that open stance. Appears like he's looking to lean into one here.
Big swing. Couldn't quite lean into that one. That drifted away from his bat just at the very end. Another nice pitch from Seamson, who is redeeming himself in this go-out.
Yeah, just a fantastic job of getting out in front of this and getting on top in this account.
0-2 count. Seamson's pitch, swing and a miss again, and Garrett Seamson picks up 2 strikeouts to end the top of the second inning. It's still a 1-0 lead for the War Dogs. Corn Belt Military Tribute Team comes up with the bats next.
Driving by on the highway, you'd never guess what this store holds. When you walk in, rest assured this small-town vet supply store has big city selection. There's a good chance if what you're looking for isn't in the back, they can order it for you. Luckily, you'll get the small-town friendly service and knowledgeable sales staff every step of the way. From vaccine help to renting a tux for your son's wedding. See the staff at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
Valley Vet Supply. NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. If your business needs help financing big-ticket items, visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Custom Sports. Represent your school and look good doing it with Custom Sports.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're here at the grill, waiting for the flip.
He has a great hot lie here on the grill. Looks like he is going with the tongs here, Jim. A great choice.
Timing is everything.
Nailed it!
A flip for the ages.
What a flip. Perfect marks. I'd take a slice out of that one.
Certified Piedmontese. Real Nebraska beef. So tender and dripping in flavor, you won't believe a steak this good can be shipped right to your front door.
News Channel Nebraska, bottom of the second inning today in the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team and the U.S. Military War Dogs. I'm Kalen Devin, now joined by our special guest of the evening, Hal Daub, former congressman, mayor of Omaha, and Army veteran. Hal, how are you?
Great. My wife and I, Mary and I, are really happy to be here at Seymour Smith Park. It's a beautiful City of Omaha park, and it's sort of the day before Independence Day. It's a great crowd here, and 2 teams that are working hard in this really well-conditioned field. It's been used 2 or 3 days now, but it's still in great shape.
Oh, it is a beautiful field. Andy Cisneros is in the batter's box today. Hal, has anybody ever told you that you have a radio voice?
I know that I have a face made for radio.
That's what everybody says.
I know. It's an old joke. You notice when I threw the first pitch that it only bounced once?
I was impressed by that. Cisneros fouls this off.
I told the catcher if it bounced twice, I was going to get booed. So.
Did you practice at all for the ceremonial first
Honestly,
pitch?
I did this morning.
You did?
Yeah. And that's why you notice I didn't go onto the pitcher's mound. I stood in front of the pitcher's mound because I just couldn't get it that far. I tried.
It was a very good attempt.
Thanks.
It's
This is
hard
fun.
sometimes.
It's a beautiful day, and of course, I played hardball with 2 summer teams when I was at Benson High School. I played hardball for a team sponsored by Budweiser,
Oh, wow.
and I played hardball for a team sponsored by Dugdale Construction back
Wow.
in 1959, 60, 61.
And how much
so
fun- how much fun was that?
I enjoyed baseball. Then I played some senior sanctioned softball after I completed my time as mayor. You know, that's a great sport because there's 4 in the outfield. Because you get old, you can't really do the distance out
Yep.
there like these guys are.
You know, I play slow pitch softball, and the 4 in the outfield is really helpful.
Yeah, it's helpful a lot. Yeah, and then you can't overrun the base. You have to be careful about that. So
Yeah.
it's good for us old guys.
Did you ever wear pants while still playing slow pitch?
No.
No?
No.
You always
Played
wore shorts?
Shorts, yeah.
You never tried to slide?
Oh, never. Well, and you really weren't supposed to.
Okay.
In senior sanctioned softball, because you're going to hurt somebody. You got to be careful.
Logan Stribling up to bat now in 1 down. This is a really cool event here for the 4th of July weekend. What would you say? Oh, this was crushed toward left center field.
Yep.
Down for at least a double.
Could be a double.
And it
Yeah,
is
could be a double.
a stand-up double for Logan Stribling. Did you used to hit the ball like that back in the day?
Never could.
I'm right there with you. I couldn't do that
I
either.
could get some base hit stuff, but I just enjoyed the sport, and I think it's a great experience for these younger men that are playing today. And this is a good game so far.
Hal, do you want to talk about your time in the military?
My dad was a retired lieutenant colonel. After World War II, they had a choice. They could be riffed back to an NCO rank, or they could stay in the reserves, and in those days, go to summer camp, take correspondence, which he elected to do. Came back to Lincoln, finished college. We moved to Omaha in 1946. My brother was a ROTC graduate of the University of Nebraska. I was an ROTC graduate of Washington University in St. Louis.
Wow.
I spent 2 years in the infantry. As you know, my brother spent 6 years 5th Special Forces in Vietnam.
Wow.
So we have a little bit of military experience in our family.
This is lined through the gap, and that will score a run. Robert Archer comes in clutch to tie up this ball game.
See what I mean? It's a good game.
A good game so far. It is officially 1-1. The U.S. Military War Dogs.
You got to give Joe Siva and the Corn Belt League a lot of credit. For those listening across the state, this is a wonderful experience for collegiate athletes, teams from all over the state of Nebraska and the Midwest, and they get to play and compete right on the heels of the College World Series and this great American Legion baseball tournament that we hold nationally here every year in Omaha.
Wow.
So there's a lot of baseball in Omaha all summer long.
And that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Well, how about your time in Congress and then as the mayor of Omaha? What made you want to take a run at politics?
Well, that's a good question. I've not been asked it that way often. Usually I get asked, which one did you like better?
Okay, well, Hal, we'll finish that. We'll come back with that. Coming up next, we've just finished the bottom of the second. We're coming back with the top of the third next on News Channel Nebraska.
At Faith Regional Physician Services OBGYN, listening to you to create an individualized healthcare plan that fits your needs and preferences is our top priority. Whether you need an annual checkup, specialized gynecology care, or pregnancy management, we partner with you to provide expert care using advanced practices, technology, and techniques. Faith Regional Physician Services OBGYN. Care on your terms is the Faith difference.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones, and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
News Channel Nebraska, the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team and the U.S. Military War Dogs tied at 1 right now. And this game is brought to you by Faith Regional Physician Services. When hard work hits you hard, have faith. My name is Kalen Devitt, joined by former Congressman and Mayor of Omaha, Hal Daub. And before we took that break, Hal, kind of asked you the question of what made you want to serve in politics and as the Mayor of Omaha or as a Congressman. What was that like and why did you want to do it?
Well, I appreciate the question. First, I never dreamed nor aspired to be in Congress or be a mayor. But as it turned out, it was an opportunity to serve. And the first time I ran for Congress and lost, I was sort of told I'd have to do it because nobody else was going to do it. And I enjoyed that experience and ran the second time and won, served 4 terms, as you know. And Congress was a challenge, and it's important, but it was frustrating. Every 2 years, like Mike Flood and I had to run every 2 years, and that's a challenge. And a family with kids, little kids, was really difficult. And every time you get something fixed, it would hemorrhage out the other side of the bucket because it's such a big, huge federal system. Being mayor, which I got the privilege to do thereafter, was really cool. If there was a cat up in the tree, you could get somebody to get the cat out of the tree, and somebody would listen. So you could make a difference, you could get your hands around the problem, and you could bring people together to really make life better for the people of our community. So I enjoyed the challenge from the Quest Center, now the CHI Health Center, the Riverfront, the First National Bank building, the Union Pacific building, the community college campus where the old Stockyards was, Abbott Drive, and the North Freeway, all really satisfying. Helping to do parks like Seymour Smith Park, which is not only a baseball field, but people enjoy it. We've got our soapbox derby racetrack here. It's just a very satisfying experience. And, you know, people know where you live. They can find you. You can't hide.
That's true.
So that's a challenge as well, but I enjoyed it thoroughly.
As Rosa strikes out to Curtis Flint this inning, Travis Hackett comes up next. He's DHing today. And would you say that you get noticed a lot out in public, Hal?
Best way to describe it, Caleb, is to say to you that millions of dollars got spent on this ugly face, and so they don't quite know who it is, but they recognize the face. And they go, say, don't I know you from somewhere? It's a lot of fun. It's rewarding.
I hope you have some people trying to clamor around you for your autograph at some point.
No, but I got War Dogs ball with all their autographs tonight.
There you
and
go.
I got this great baseball bat. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic?
It is a beautiful bat. It's
That
got
cool? That cool?
a jet
Yeah.
on there. What does it say on the
Yeah.
backside? Is that No Man Left Behind Tour for 2023?
If they only knew that I could never hit the ball.
I want to see you swing that bat.
I could do that, but I never hit the ball.
So Hackett reaches. He's on first base. Brings up the top of the order again. Josh McNeil in the top of the third inning. McNeil reached and scored for the War Dogs his last time up. Reached on an error,
Oh,
and now he gets hit. Oh, boy.
Mr. Kittner's the umpire, the plate umpire. He called that one. Got a good set of umpires tonight.
Were you hit by a pitch quite a bit?
A couple times, not very often. No, I did.
They liked you enough.
I tried to get hit.
Hey, getting
about the only way I can get on base.
Getting hit is a pretty easy way to get on. You
Right.
turn a little bit.
Be careful, yeah.
You can't lean in too much.
Can't lean into it, yeah.
Right, then you'll be called out.
Right.
Yeah, here that is again. If you, right
Oh, look
there.
at that! Look at that! Yeah, they got him. He's limping. Good fake. Good for you. You got
He's
that
tough.
done. That's all right.
He's a
Well,
tough
I'm
man.
gonna let you call this game. Your listeners
sounds
want
good,
it.
Hal Dobb. Hey, I
Enjoy being with
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
coming on
Thank you.
today.
You betcha.
Wonderful job, Hal Dobb. Thanks again for joining us, former Congressman and Mayor of Omaha. Beautiful radio voice. I say he even has the face for TV. That's what I would say.
Be back next year.
Corn Belt Military Tribute Team and the U.S. War Dogs. Andy Klassen will join us again in a moment. And a 1-1 ball game right now. 2 runners on for the War Dogs, 1 out. Pitching in is Curtis Flint. He's got a strikeout this inning.
Oh, trying to play some situational baseball. Looking to bunt, had to pull back and get himself out of the way there too. Little chin music there. Nice job by Thomas, ducking out of the way. Did a little limbo move there, didn't he?
I love the limbo. Never very good at it. I'm not too limber. There's his strike. And 2-1 count for LaShawn Thomas. He flew out to right last time.
Excellent comeback pitch right there. Is that Jake Butler we have on the mound now?
That is, I believe it is Curtis Flint. Number 34 out there.
I believe you're correct. I had my numbers mixed around. Oh, what a pitch. What a pitch. You saw the movement. It came from left to right to left, excuse me, Kalen there, and really confused LaShawn Thomas.
Hey, we can get Hal Dobb back in here if you want to.
Yeah. Isn't he awesome?
He was awesome. He was a great. And strike 3 called on LaShawn Thomas. They say he went. And now 2 down for the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team. They're trying to stave off the War Dogs.
That curveball is in like Flint there for the pitcher, Curtis Flint. You see what I did there a little bit?
I like it. I like it.
Boy, that's got a lot of movement on it.
Flint comes back with the strike on Banda.
It's just something about those lefties, especially those tall, lanky guys like we have here. It just seems like every one of their pitches has a little something on it, a little movement on it.
That's outside, 1-1 count. Coming up. A 1-1 ball game. Flint on the mound. The high leg kick delivers. This is chopped. Did that go foul? It did. It'll give a new chance for Migo Banda.
That was another curveball, and Banda just threw his lumber out there, kind of a defensive swing there. Got a piece of it. It was fortunate he fouled that one off. But, man, is that curveball working right now for Curtis Flint.
1-2 count, 2 down. Trying to get out of the inning. Banda swings at it through the gap. That could send a runner home. Hackett on his way to the plate, and he is there for a run, and it's an RBI single for Migo Banda.
Excellent job of a plate appearance there from Banda. Did a great job catching up with that curveball, making the adjustment, and once again, just punching the ball through the infield. How many times have we seen the Military War Dogs do just that early on in this game.
Now runners on the corners for the War Dogs. Still 2 down, but they retake the lead. It's now 2-1. Deep stance for R.J. Vaughn.
Some guys just have those baseball names. That just sounds baseball.
And this is a pass ball as well. Heading toward the plate is McNeil, and he is in. Scores his second run of the day. The War Dogs take a 3-1 lead and advances Banda to second.
And McNeil has done a fantastic job, Kalen, of doing exactly what you want your leadoff hitter to do. Get yourself on base, figure it out, and then run the base path aggressively. And I'm not saying he's being over-aggressive. He's where he needs to be, and he's not like rolling the dice. He's already scored 2 runs here to start things off for the Military War Dogs.
Unassisted, too. He's scored on 2 pass balls. And the runner goes to third. Banda now.
And here's McNeil getting in. Another one of those head-first slides.
1-1 count to Vaughn. Swing and a miss. Big cut. Got him off his balance. 1-2.
Tell you what, when Curtis Flint is on with his changeup, with his curveball, it's a tall task for some of these hitters.
That's outside, a little off there from Curtis Flint. 2-2 count.
Caught Banda trying to steal home there. He tried to time it up, give Flint a lot of credit, firing it right back to home plate for the out. Got him at home.
Didn't catch him sleeping, but with 2 runs scored for the War Dogs, they lead 3-1. To the bottom of the third we go on NCN.
At Farmers Pride, we are proud to work with agricultural producers, commercial businesses, and homeowners. As a farm supply and grain marketing cooperative, we are proud to serve the region's needs of grain, feed, agronomy, energy, and transportation for over 80 years. We help the farmers who feed the world by providing the people, products, and programs to deliver solutions for our customers' success. Farmers Pride, in the field, on your farm, in your community.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Certified Piedmontese Beef, Real Nebraska Beef, Region 4 Behavioral Health System, affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services, and by Schaefer's. We're more than just TVs and appliances.
News Channel Nebraska and a black lab in the front row there. I'm here with, I need to just say your name. Your last name, Jazwinski, is that right?
Yes, sir.
People call you Jazz?
Yes.
That's a cute dog.
Looking to make him a service dog next year.
That's awesome. Well, we're here for News Channel Nebraska. We've got the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team taking on the U.S. Military War Dogs and a man of the War Dogs right near. We're going to call you Jazz. Talk a little bit about the War Dogs and what it's been like being a part of this program.
So we created this back in 2018 just to kind of formulate the tradition of baseball back into the military, give our guys some form of morale.
This is hit right back toward the first baseman. Play at the bag is made in time. And a good way to start off the inning. That's Neindorf, the player coach for the squad.
Yes, that he is.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Corn Belt Military Team. Number 4, Tyler.
That wasn't that close. He had a beat. So what has your experience been like with the War Dogs? Then you talked about creating this back in 2018, but how's it been for you?
It's been a kind of life-changing. You go from the military schedule out here to playing baseball, and it's a blessing to be able to be out here and say thank you to everybody that shows support to the military day in, day out.
And another good play made by this War Dogs defense. Ever since that you've come on here, it's been pretty solid so far. 2 straight outs.
They know I'm watching.
So they're playing well for you. So what is your role here with the team?
I'm the president of the organization.
Do you play at all?
Not since the injury.
Well, do you want to talk about the injury, or is that a sore subject?
I got hurt back in about 2009.
Okay.
So tore up my back while serving.
And haven't really wanted to give it a shot to play since.
Oh, I want to.
You probably shouldn't, though.
Yeah.
A 3-1 lead for the War Dogs right now. And this is hit high in the air, trying to make a play. It is down for a base hit. And we'll call that a single for Josh Cuniff. Still 2 outs here. Jazz, what branch did you serve?
Navy.
And what made you want to serve in the Navy?
It's been a family kind of tradition. We've had so many people in the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force. And it was a great opportunity to continue playing baseball.
Our 3rd inning today is brought to you by Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere. Up to bat right now, Jake Butler with 2 down. Were you afraid of the water at all? No?
That's why I picked the Navy.
So you could swim well then. Trying to gun the runner out here at second, can't do it, and it's a stolen base for the military tribute team for the Corn Belt. Very good swimmer. Don't try to swim too much anymore?
No, not anymore.
Now a runner on second and a chance to tack on a run. This is hit high in the air. Could be an easy play made for Vaughn, who makes the catch and ends the inning for the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team. A 3-1 lead for the War Dogs. We head to the top of the 4th on News Channel Nebraska.
The Heart and Vascular Team at Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute has spent the last 22 years focused on providing the highest level of heart care possible. With over 24,000 patients seen in the last 2 years alone, we know cardiac care by heart. Today, we offer the most advanced practices and technology to patients in 11 local communities, ensuring easier access to cardiology services. With specialists focusing on heart failure, vascular diseases, thoracic surgery, abnormal heart rhythms, and general cardiology, you can count on our heart experts to collaborate to provide you with the best care possible. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute, keeping a pulse on the hearts of Nebraska for over 2 decades, is the faith difference.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. If your business needs help financing big-ticket items, visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Custom Sports. Represent your school and look good doing it with Custom Sports.
Top of the 4th inning in the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team and U.S. Military War Dog baseball game today in Omaha. Kalen Deppen, Andy Klassen back with you. Big thanks to Jazz for joining us from the War Dogs in the last half inning. We've reached the top of the 4th, a 3-1 lead for the War Dogs.
I always like it when guys like that will come and join us in the booth, and nobody can tell your story better than you. So I was glad that we could get somebody from the Military War Dogs team to kind of share their story and really what this traveling team is all about, generating revenue, funds for veterans, and what a cool way to do it. This is a little bit more than your weekend golf scramble, isn't it?
It's a lot more meaningful than that, I would say.
Yeah.
Batting again is R.J. Vaughn. He was in the batter's box last time, but when Migo Banda tried to steal home, Vaughn did not complete his at-bat, so he's back at it here. With a 2-1 count heading his way, still on the mound for the Corn Belt team is Curtis Flint.
And now you're starting to see those shadows kind of get cast across the infield here. That's just another thing for these batters to deal with, is when that ball goes in and out of those shadows, They're now being kind of strung out across the infield.
Pitch from Flint. That hits the corner. Nice spot there. 2-2 count.
Flint has some nasty pitches that are almost unhittable when those curveballs are on.
Yeah, ones that definitely look like you shouldn't even attempt to swing the bat, but managed to find their way back into the zone. A 3-2 count now for Vaughn.
Yeah, just a huge loop to it, right? Where it starts way off the plate on the right-hand side and somehow cuts back across to the left, drops right into the zone.
Full count to Vaughn.
Nice
Fine,
pitch.
and Vaughn knew it. He just is walking right back to the dugout. That was beautiful. Curtis Flint with a breaking ball. Strike 3 looking.
Yeah, I think Vaughn was obviously looking for a different type of pitch there. Credit Curtis Flint, young man up on the mound there. There he is, number 34, for just pounding the strike zone throughout that at bat.
I love it from different batters. Whenever you see a pitch like that kind of just freezes you.
Yeah.
And you see it, and you're like, I really wanted to hit it, but it was so pretty that I couldn't even move the bat.
Everybody's been there, right? If you've ever picked up a bat and stood in the batter's box, you got that pitch full count, you're like, why didn't I swing? What am I doing? You know, he just kind of got in on you.
The first time I ever saw a knuckleball in a high school game, it was a full count. Knuckleball came right down the plate, and I just stood there and watched. I said, wow, that was beautiful, and that's strike 3.
That was definitely in the zone. I'll take my seat now.
Ryan Neindorf, player coach, with a 2-1 count. You can't even be mad at pitches like that. You just kind of have to appreciate the pitching.
Right, and hope they never throw you another one.
And that just misses the zone, but not a bad pitch at all. Curtis Flint has a lot of movement on his curveballs.
Yes, he does. Neindorf now sitting with a 3-1 count. Let's see if the big first baseman can take advantage.
He singled last time, swings and misses here. Full count for Neindorf.
A little bit of a looping swing there, kind of protecting, had to go down and fish that one out. And this is where Curtis Flint, he has a lot of confidence in his breaking ball, in his curveball. You really don't know what you're going to get here with this full count.
Just swings at it, chops it toward third. Scooped up, the throw to first is in time for the out. Neindorf couldn't quite beat it out. And a great play defensively by the Corn Belt Military Baseball Team, tribute team here.
Believe that was Logan Stribling there who came up. I mean, he had to get in on that one, and look at this change. In stride, in rhythm, just in time. What a play from third base.
Great job by Stribling to make that play. Down 2 outs now. War Dogs brings up Eddie Inken. Swings and misses on the first pitch from Flint.
See, and that even surprises me when you get something from Flint, like a fastball that's just right down in and at you there. You're thinking, okay, he's like that. He's been working that curveball.
And down now 0-2 after another beautiful pitch. Looking for the third strike here. Fouls it off back toward the fence. 0-2.
Nice defensive swing there from Inken extending his at-bat, staying alive.
This broadcast is thanks in part today to United Healthcare, where you can tune into to NCN for the Husker Coaches Show. And that's all brought to you by UHC United Healthcare. Strike 3 from Curtis Flint. Did not make Eddie Inken swing the bat. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning with a 3-1 lead. We're going to stay here. Kalen Devin, Andy Klassen joining you on News Channel Nebraska. Andy, what do you got for us here?
You know what time it is, Kalen. It's time for the Nebraska Brewing Company trivia question. I'm going to put you to the test here.
You think I'm smart enough for this?
I think you are. Well, it's a multiple choice. So here we go. This week's trivia question. Name this former Creighton Prep All-Star pitcher who went on to play for the San Francisco Giants. In his rookie season, he held an ERA of 2.56 in 45 appearances. You see the names right there.
I do.
Brian Dunsing, Brian Wilson, Scott Munter. So think about it a little bit here. Kind of walk me through your thought process.
Well, I have a guess, and it's because I have no idea.
Okay, so at least you're being honest with us here.
I'll tell you my thought process is that I don't know. I will say 2.56 ERA in 45 appearances. Do I make my guess right now?
Yes, you can make
I'll say
guess.
Brian Wilson. I'm going with B.
Let's see.
Scott Munter. See, I thought with two Bryans, I thought, it's got to be one of them.
Right. Nope, Scott Munter. I believe he was born in Norfolk, Nebraska, then went on to play his high school ball at, obviously, Creighton Prep. They do not only baseball, but football, track. They do pretty much everything pretty good there at Creighton Prep.
See, if he had stayed in Norfolk, I think I would have known it was Scott Munter.
Yep, I should have gave you that little bit of a hint there, but you had the multiple choice anyhow. And you made a good run at. Brian Wilson was a Giants pitcher, kind of a flamboyant guy, had that big old beard back in the day, come roaring off. He was a relief pitcher.
So it wasn't a bad guess.
It was not at all.
Bottom of the fourth inning on News Channel Nebraska. This brings up the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team.
Ben Kensky from Iowa Central Community College here. Taking on the bat. And we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, we're going to see a lot of players enter into this game in and out of the lineup.
Yeah, and Keski, he is playing for Andy Cisneros.
Plays for the Crop Dusters during the week.
Ben Keski lifts this one over
out.
the head. That's trouble.
Wow.
Is it bobbled and caught? It was.
Wow.
What a catch.
Oh.
Nicely done by RJ Vaughn, excuse me.
Over the shoulder. Look at it on the BCH replay right here. Got leather on it, bobbled it up to himself. Look at the concentration here, Kalen. Goes down and
oh my
saves
goodness.
it. Oh, I think we might just saw our play of the game right there.
That's a tough play regardless. But to bobble it and to still make the catch is impressive. This line to left field for a base hit for Logan Stribling. Saw the first pitch he wanted and delivered it nicely.
Nice little stroke there. Line drive over the third baseman's head. Got himself on board. I'm still thinking about that over-the-shoulder catch.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting. Number 5, J.J. Schubert.
So Max Pfizer is no longer in. It is J.J. Schubert.
Schubert, another guy that played his ball for Papillion La Vista South High School. So many good programs really across the state. You know, you think of, we mentioned Creighton Prep there during the trivia question, but Papillion, La Vista, all those schools from that area seem to put together good clubs year in and year out.
Yeah, all very well represented today. 1-0 count. Runner goes. It was supposed to be a hit and run, fouled back toward the fence. Still been a good performance on the mound for Calvin Jensen.
Really has been. And Schubert did a really nice job catching up to that high fastball, not leaving his guy to dry out there on the base path, at least making some contact, fouling that one off.
That's kind of what you got to do for hit and runs.
Right. Yep.
1-1 count, one down. And Logan Stribling on first.
Rosa with a quick word there for his starting pitcher Jensen. Want to get on the same page here in a 1-1-1 count. 1 strike, 1 ball, 1 out.
A pitch, sweet, and that is hits the zone for strike 2.
That looked like a little bit of a pitch out to me. That was a little high, a little outside. Still caught the zone, as you said, but the Rosa was ready to throw, ready to fire that one down to second.
And not even going to attempt the throw on a low pitch.
I'll tell you what. Logan Stribling played that one just right. He did not run when the pitcher-catcher talked it over and was ready for to gun him down. Then he did run on the very next pitch. Just kind of lucky he was in the dirt.
And this gets away again, heading toward third, and safe is Stribling. This fourth inning today is brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. And now a few passed balls has advanced the runner from first to third. With only one down, big chance for J.J. Schubert.
All he has to do is find something he can drive into the outfield. There it is.
He hits it on the ground. That will score the run. It's bobbled, and Schubert reaches first.
Runner was going on contact there. And even with the bobble, I think he would have been safe at home for the RBI, but the Air is going to get another base runner on board. Give J.J. Schubert a lot of credit for just putting the ball in play, allowing things to work out here for the Corn Belt League's tribute team here.
And this is a 3-2 game in the bottom of the fourth. There's strike one to Robert Archer, who returns to the batter's box. Runner goes again. That's a pitch out. Strike two. They call that on the outside corner.
How about these base runners for the Corn Belt League? They are getting after it.
They're aggressive.
Yeah. Came to play here.
This hit right over the pitcher's head. Vaughn scoops it up, throws to third, and makes the tag to end the inning. Nice throw from Vaughn.
Or was that the second out?
Just the second out, excuse me. There you go.
Right. Scoreboard might have had an extra one on there. But that's why you had the second baseman cut down the runner trying to advance to third. Had it been for the third out, I think it would have just took the easy one at first base there. But how about Banda getting back there, the third baseman, not only going down and getting the ball, but then coming back in a hurry to get the tag, perform the tag.
So Archer is safe with a fielder's choice. Cuts down Schubert at third, and now a bunt that is popped toward the left side is foul. Nick DeMonte with a good attempt.
DeMonte with the right idea there. Had it stayed fair, he might have been able to drop one in. And was that the third strike? He's automatically out. Bunt foul.
And we will take a break. 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth. Coming up next, more on NCN.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the non-stop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
There is a hometown touch. You save pharmacy. When we say you save, we mean you save. All part of the hometown touch. Where you always feel free to ask. There is a hometown touch. You save pharmacy.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe in local. It's something we live by. It's something we're proud of. It's helping our neighbors grow like they've helped us, supporting families, investing in lives, and creating prosperity. Local means making decisions that grow and improve surrounding communities we call home. Investing in our nonprofits and giving back. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, great for you, great for your community.
We move to the top of the fifth inning on News Channel Nebraska after a violation. This is the reason why the batter was out.
Right. So it wasn't a third strike because that was the first strike. So that wasn't the case. I don't know if he had a foot out of the box or on the plate, but yes, there was a violation that Old Blue, the umpire, was all over, and there was no argument from Vern Hasty, head coach of the Corn Belt League's team here.
It is the War Dog squad. Mark Livesley to get things started. And a new pitcher for the Corn Belt team as well. So the call to end the last inning was he bunted it out of the box. Nick DeMonte couldn't keep it in whenever he did that, and that was an immediate out.
Yeah, if you're going to be a batter, you got to stay in the batter's box. Makes sense, right?
It does make sense. It's in the name, batter's box. And pitching now, yes, that is Cardiff Smith. A 1-2 count.
Gets ahead of the count here.
Mike Livesley. Top of the 5th inning. We're moving today. This is outside for ball 2. Lots of corn in the stands.
Yes, there
corn
is.
On sticks. And he's who's always a part of the corn eating contest. Strike 3 from Cardiff Smith.
What a pitch. Going gas. And yes, I've participated in the last 2 seasons of the corn cob eating contest. I won 1 year, and I'm still holding a grudge. I feel like I kind of got gypped off the second year. I thought I had enough of it down and done, but the officials, you know, I wasn't going to argue. I guess I didn't have it picked clean enough to be a winner.
Swing and a miss. Kent Harrelson on the first pitch. So you're not doing it again this year?
I might.
You might. You needed some revenge. You got to get your title back.
Exactly. And it's not like the Nathan's hot dog eating contest where you're trying to shovel down, 40 hot dogs or 40 ears of corn. It's whoever can eat 1 ear of corn the fastest.
So what makes you so good at eating corn so fast?
It's totally got to be my methodology, right? I'm just going back and forth like a typewriter, and I don't let up, I don't stop. It's just back, forth, back, forth. I mean, you can even hear the dings like the old Bugs Bunny, right on the...
Well, did they clock your time?
I think that first year I did get it timed there, so yeah.
We'll have it 15 seconds?
Every year about this time they replay that. The Corn Belt League puts it out on Twitter and their Facebook page, so I always hear about it when this time comes around.
Back-to-back strikeouts looking for Cardiff Smith, who has done tremendously on his first 2 batters. Sits down Kent Harrelson and brings up Justin Rosa.
He really has, and you got to love his command, and he's not trying to get too cute up there. He's just pounding the zone, utilizing his fastball.
2 down with Rosa, big swing and a miss, and Smith, wow, he has pitched well to enter the game.
And it also helps that he's following, a big left-hander that utilized the breaking ball, so it's a completely different look.
This is hit high into the air, making a play on it, and gets through the glove. And Justin Rosa is safe. Braden Jackson couldn't make the catch.
Oh, that was a tough catch. It looked like Jackson was going to get it with a scoop catch there, but it actually bounced out of his mitt. Unfortunately for any Corn Belt League fans out there, Military War Dogs stay alive here in the 5th.
Tried to make a catch like Willie Mays Hayes.
Yes. We already seen one of those here today. I mean,
we did. We did.
We got to send that into, I don't know, some top 10. There's a top 10 highlight show or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure we can find something to put it into.
Ooh.
That was R.J. Vaughn who made that incredible catch earlier, and this is a pitch inside on Travis Hackett. Down, it is a 1-0 count. Runner on first and 2 outs. Hackett sees this ball strike. And this is hit right back towards second, trying to make the easy play and do it yourself for the Corn Belt Military Tribute team to end the inning. War Dogs still lead 3-2 as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning on News Channel Nebraska. It's been a good game so far.
You saw Robert Archer there doing a nice job staying down on the ball, keeping his head down, and then thinking better of why flip it, why throw it to the shortstop who's converging over on covering second base. I'll just tiptoe over there and get the out myself.
Well, let's talk about something that we always love to mention, especially in the summer months here in Nebraska. It's 4th of July weekend, and it is nothing like the 4th of July without a beautiful grill that has a couple steaks being seared on the top of them.
Yes, sir, and certified Piedmontese is at the top of our list, that's for sure. And you can't get more American than that, right? I mean, this beef is raised here in the heartland. They got ranches across Nebraska and utilize grasslands, predominantly in the Sandhills. So you're getting grass-fed beef, and it doesn't taste like, when people say they've tried grass-fed and they didn't like it, that's not this at all.
If you've never had Nebraska beef like Piedmontese, you don't know what you're doing. You have no credibility. Zero. So try yourself some Piedmontese beef today. Italian heritage breed. It is Nebraska-raised perfection. The best part about it, Andy, you can order it online at cpbeef.com, and it's shipped right to your doorstep. You don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do a gosh darn thing. You don't have to try and spell Piedmontese, up there in the browser. Just cpbeef.com.
That easy. As we get to the bottom of the 5th inning, it is a 3-2 lead for the U.S. Military War Dogs. And the Corn Belt Military Tribute team with a chance to tie up the game potentially, maybe take the lead. They got to find some runs. It's been low scoring so far. Pretty fun pitching battle as the first pitch hit is swinging through the right under the first baseman, Ryan Neindorf, and aboard is the Corn Belt team.
Jackson getting up there, seeing first pitch, swinging at the first pitch, got that fastball he was looking for, able to drive it through the right side of the infield. And first runner aboard here for the Corn Belt League.
Three-two lead runner is going. This is a hit and run, trying to make the play at second. Can't do either one.
And doesn't it feel like if that wasn't a hit and run, that would have been an easy or easier double play opportunity? I think the aggressive nature that head coach Vern Hasty's taken here with the Corn Belt League is paying dividends. It has thus far, and I think they just got a couple guys safe on board due to the hit and run.
And that was Jaden Miseji, who reaches on first. That brings up number 12, Josh Cuniff, coming back. First pitch strike here. No outs and 2 runners aboard.
Well, and here's another opportunity. You got a base runner in scoring position. You just got to get a hold of one. Uh-oh.
Tried to pick him off back at second.
That was a nifty little move there from Jensen, spinning back around, and he put that right on the spot. Cardiff Smith doing a nice job getting back. Excuse me, that was Braden Jackson. Jackson doing a really nice job getting back.
5th inning is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Runners going. Both of them will be safe as the ball gets away from the catcher, Rosa, again.
It's a tough time with that sinker there. Jensen getting another one in the dirt. Inopportune time for the Military War Dogs as both runners were going. That was called, obviously, and it looked to me like the batter here, number 12, Cuniff, he was taking the pitch regardless.
It is a 2-2 count now for Josh Cuniff. Real opportunity for the Corn Belt Military Tribute team.
And then Jensen did a nice job coming in to cover home plate because it was left alone.
Fouled off right side, staying alive in the at-bat as a little boy runs after the foul ball.
Yeah, Cuniff behind a little bit here, a 2-2 count. He's got to be thinking a little bit of a defensive swing, take a little bit off of it here. Maybe just try to poke something into the outfield, tie this one up.
3-2 count on the ball.
You got to feel like Jensen's going to bring it here.
Calvin Jensen has lasted a while. He's been doing fairly well today. Hung it up there for ball 4. And now that loads the bases.
Kaiser going to get an opportunity. No outs, bases juiced as you mentioned. You got to feel like if you're a fan of the Corn Belt League here, their tribute team, you're thinking, let's get one of them back, maybe a little more now, right?
Jake Butler hits this one, and that will get down for a hit. That will score at least 2 runs. And the Corn Belt tribute team takes a 4-3 lead. Off the bat of Jake Butler. Just got through Incan there at short. And 2 runs come across. They've got the lead.
Well, much like we've seen from the Military War Dogs, where they've been able to generate base runners by punch and ground balls through the infield. It's exactly what Jake Butler did there, finding the hole between short and third base. Gets a couple of ribbies to his name as well.
Moves Cuniff to third. Butler takes second. And the Corn Belt Military Tribute team leads by a run, 4-3. Still no outs, too. Ben Keski in the box. Here, fireworks going off in the background. Keski sees this down for a ball.
That's fitting. That's fitting. Kind of joking around with former Congressman and Omaha Mayor Hal Dobb before, like, well, what is the hours for the fireworks in town here? You're like, that's not on my plate anymore. I don't get into that.
He says, I'll be sleeping. It doesn't matter.
Yep, talk to somebody else now over those manners.
I don't want to run that anymore.
Yep.
You got to say happy birthday to America.
That's right.
2-1 count for Ben Keski.
Big hole in the right side of the infield there as you have second baseman covering.
Fouled it off.
And Keski took one that way, just out of play. If you could straighten that out a little bit there. I mean, if he just punches one through, you got to think I could have a chance for another couple RBIs here.
Still no outs. This War Dog defense needs something their way. This is hit towards center. That is down for a base hit. And the throw toward the plate will score still 1 run. Brings home Cuniff to increase the lead to 5-3.
Well hit ball, stayed down on it. Got it well over the shortstop's head. That's perfectly placed.
So Keski winds up at second. Butler moves to third.
Looking at the Bank of the Valley replay there, just a beautiful piece of hitting. Good for that RBI. Center fielder, though, Josh McNeil, he came up throwing. That was probably a good job holding up Butler there at third base.
Although that did move the runner to second, Keski. And now a little chat. Talking with Calvin Jensen. See how his arm is doing.
Yeah, it's concerning for the Military War Dogs right now. They haven't gotten out yet, and this rally inning is still rolling for the Corn Belt League as they got runners on second and third and still nobody out.
Yeah, it's been everything they've wanted and more so far.
Yep.
Our post game is coming up, and it's brought to you by USAVE Pharmacy. Stay tuned for that, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers at USAVE Pharmacy. The pitch, big swing and a miss. This is Garrett Seamson, who pitched earlier. He's now batting.
Member of the Royal Blue Dogs. A number of Royal Blue Dogs playing in this tribute game. Oh, we got a pass ball. Could be a play.
Will score another run.
Butler was going the whole way. Jake Butler doing a really nice job getting a generous lead after the pitch. No hesitation as you see it on the BCH replay here. No throw, no play to be made.
Well, that's been a big inning for the Corn Belt Military Tribute team. They lead now 6-3 after entering the inning down by a run. Seamson swings and misses.
Really
He's
nice
down
pitch.
1-2.
Getting in on his hands there. Well executed.
Jensen delivers, and that gets through the catcher again, trying to throw it, and nobody's there. Not the play that you wanted to make for Rosa. Went right between his legs again.
And it looked like Rosa had time here, just couldn't quite get the handle.
And that is a tough way that this inning has gone about. 7-3 now.
Yeah. And we've seen a little bit of everything here.
Seamson high, foul ball back toward the stands. Hits the concrete harmlessly. Nobody's hurt, don't worry. We're all good.
Almost hit the commissioner of the league, Joe Siwa. Joe, you got to catch that. You got to get your hands up, eyes up.
This is down for a base hit. Seamson with a beautiful shot. He's heading towards second. He will be there easily for a stand-up double down the third base line. And things are really starting to unravel for the War Dogs.
Just ripped it right down the third base line. You just saw it on the Bank of the Valley replay there and able to jog into second base. Nice piece of hitting. He was sitting on that inside fastball, and boy, did he churn on it.
And we may have some movement here for the U.S. Military War Dogs. As Carter Jensen, I think his day is finished. We'll tell you who our new pitcher is for the U.S. Military War Dogs, down by 4 runs. That's coming up next on NCN.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Back on News Channel Nebraska, and the inning is finished. The inning continues for the Corn Belt Military Tribute team. They've tacked on 5 runs this inning, and the day is finished for Calvin Jensen, who was not able to grab an out in his 5th inning, bottom of the 5th inning. So he will pitch 4 innings today. Was doing pretty well up to this point before he's had almost an unraveling. As the Corn Belt team continues to roll. With a runner on second, that's inside for ball 2. Garrett Seamson had a shot down the third baseline for a stand-up double. He's on second. And a 2-0 count toward Trace Makacek. And a new pitcher for the War Dogs.
Dom Siskali. How about that?
Siskali.
Siskali.
And 2-0 count. The pitch from Siskali. That's fouled off 2-1.
Definitely a different look from Jensen, tonight's starting pitcher. Yeah, just really kind of ran into a wall here in this bottom of the 5th inning.
This is high and will come back behind the fence. Barely hits the press box.
Off the concrete. Would have had the windows open, we might have had
We
one
could have
here.
had a chance to catch that thing. Windows are never open. 2-2 count. Would you make that catch, Andy?
Ah, you know it. Can of corn.
Runner on second, 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Beautiful job on the mound. Siskali getting his first strikeout.
Blew it by him with the fastball. Got ahead in the count. You saw Mahachek start to make the adjustments. Fouled it one right back at us. Unable to catch up to that lone away fastball, though, for the punch out. The first out of this 5th inning.
That's a big first out to get. It is 7-3 in favor of the Corn Belt Military Tribute team. Archer fouls this off right side. It's the bleachers out there. Nobody was sitting there. We're all good. No injuries today. I'm proud to say that.
And so far, the change in velocity with that fastball that Dom Siskali is working with there, it appears to me that the Corn Belt League's just a little bit behind him right now.
0-1 count to Robert Archer. Nice breaking ball for strike 2.
Dropped that one right in there, and boy, you could just see the gears shift from the fastball to that changeup.
0-2 count with 1 down. Seamson on second. Fouls it off back toward the fence. We'll stay at 0-2.
Archer doing a pretty good job keeping this at bat alive, able to foul that one off. See just that little short leg kick here from Siskali. That also keeps that runner pinned to second base.
Runner goes to third. Hit and run. Hit right back toward first. An easy play for the double play back at second. The War Dogs get out of the inning, but not without the Corn Belt Military Tribute team tacking on 5 runs. They've got a 7-3 lead. We head to the top of the 6th on NCN.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Certified Piedmontese Beef, Real Nebraska Beef, Region 4 Behavioral Health System, affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services, and by Schaefer's. We're more than just TVs and appliances.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on online refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
This double play here to end the last inning. Hit right back toward Neindorf. Threw it over to R.J. Vaughn because the runner, Seamson, had taken off toward third. And since the catch was made, he wasn't tagging up. Can throw back to second, make the play. And that's a double play for the War Dogs at the end of the inning. But still, we're talking about how great that play was.
Yeah.
Talk about the bats from the Corn Belt Military Tribute team. They lead now 7-3.
Right, and that's just baseball, isn't it? I mean, At first, it looked like a perfectly executed hit and run your head, so you can go ahead and gamble. You know, you can be aggressive, and we've seen the Corn Belt League be extremely aggressive throughout here, so no surprise they were trying to throw a little more gas on the fire there with the hit and run, but on that occasion, it worked against you. Line out the first base, easy little toss there to second. Pitcher's best friend, right? The double play.
Gotta love the double play. Makes things pretty easy for you. And a new pitcher in today as well for the Corn Belt team.
Got Logan Stribling, number 10, taking the mound. Right-handed pitcher played his high school ball for the Blair Bears.
Blair Bears. And Stribling was playing earlier today as a position player. He started off as the third baseman.
Yep.
He had a nice double. He actually has had 3 hits today.
And he made a fantastic play. Remember that a little bit of a dribbler, but it was right down the third baseline. He came charging in, scooped it up. Nice, clean exchange from leather to hand, and it had to be in a hurry because he had to crow hop it all in one motion to zip it over to first base to get the runner in time.
So now the War Dogs got to try to get some things going here with Josh McNeil to get things started in the top of the 6th inning.
And McNeil's done a really nice job, as mentioned before, doing what a leadoff batter is supposed to do for you, and that's get yourself on base.
One 0 count.
Oh.
That's inside for ball 2 on McNeil. We talked a little bit about the corn eating contest. You mentioned Joey Chestnut's name, and he's always the big star for the 4th of July, Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah.
And I was reading something today. The length of the hot dogs, how many he has eaten in his, I think his, 15 years doing the competitive eating?
Right.
If you laid them all out in a line, it would be 2 Statues of Liberty and then some.
That's a lot of dogs.
That's how many hot dogs that man has
My
eaten.
goodness. I don't even know how you practice for something like that. Like, just, you don't eat for a week, and then you just smack, like 70 hot dogs in an hour?
I mean, I practice eating every day.
Yeah. 3 times a day over here.
And McNeil.
Fans at strike 2. Going to fill up the count.
There's a big gap right there in between second and short. He fouls this one off.
Excellent pitch there. Logan Stribling trying to paint that outside corner. Credit Josh McNeil, though, getting the lumber out there, fouling it off, extending this at bat.
McNeil hits the outside corner, and strike 3 looking. McNeil thought he had ball 4, but Stribling gets that strikeout.
Yeah, McNeil thought that might have been just off the plate, but we mentioned it earlier in about the 2nd inning, how we've kind of seen an expanded strike zone, not as tight as some of the other evenings have been, and that's okay. I like to see people get up there knowing that, hey, the bat's going to have to come off the shoulder.
Brings up LaShawn Thomas. Swing and a miss on his first cut.
Stribling going right back to that fastball, first pitch fastball. We've seen him do that a couple of times now. He's done well with it, gets out in front in the count.
We brought some corn up here, Andy.
It wouldn't be a Corn Belt League game without some ears of corn on the cob.
You can practice your corn eating right now.
I can. You're right. Maybe between innings here, we don't need to.
Don't want to have you do it on the air? What are you talking about?
I don't know about that.
0-2 count for LaShawn Thomas, talking to the official, the umpire, behind the plate right now. And he steps back in. The 0-2 pitch from Stribling.
Oh.
Got him, strike 3, looking. Thomas on 3 pitches will sit back down.
And you saw that. The tail end movement brought that right back into the strike zone. No argument there from Thomas. He knew he let one go by. just like we're talking about, kind of froze him at the plate there. Did Stribling with that curveball.
Top of the 6th inning, Migo Banda back up for the U.S. Military War Dogs. 2 outs. First pitch swings back toward the fence. And this 6th inning today is brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stop into their Lincoln or Grand Island locations and help your jewelry dreams come true. Kalen Devin, Andy Klassen joining you on News Channel Nebraska. Pitch from Stribling downstairs in the dirt. And a 1-1 count for Migo Banda. Was played well today. He singled his last time up. Drove in a run. Hits that outside corner. You mentioned the expanded strike zone, and it is getting that spot.
Yeah, and all you can ask for is consistency, right? And we've seen it with both lineups there, dealing with the higher fastball.
Driven well into left field. Banda reaches with a single. And to keep the 2-out magic going for the War Dogs.
Boy, just a terrific piece of hitting there behind in the count. Drives it to left field. Banda continues to stay hot at the plate.
His last time up, though, he did get tossed out trying to steal home.
A little too aggressive on the old base path.
Here's R.J. Vaughn, who has had a good day defensively. He made a spectacular catch in shallow center.
Over the shoulder, you mentioned Willie Mays, and that's who you always get, mentioned to or compared to, and he even had that bobble, and he was able to still recoup it and go down with great concentration.
Banda going towards second. The throw is not there. Banda able to slide under it.
And Banda was over there kind of swinging a big stick, jumping back and forth. Everybody was looking at him. He's one of those special type of players where he's kind of telegraphing you, hey, I'm thinking about running here. And then he goes.
Watch out. 2-0 count for R.J. Vaughn. Love, you mentioned the baseball name, and that is a baseball name.
Right?
It's an athlete name.
R.J. Vaughn.
Need to have Wild Thing playing in the background.
I think of Mo Vaughn back in the day for the Red Sox.
Rick Vaughn for the Cleveland Indians in Major League. Strike down the center of the plate. 2-1 count. Banda on second. Banda, he's still jumping around inside for ball 3. Banda, he likes to dance on the base paths.
Yes, he does.
Look at him.
There
Going
goes.
for third. And is able to get there, too.
Oh, I was thinking if he would have kept his head up there, he could have been, probably would have circled third and thought about taking home, as you did not have Schubert covering here. But Banda works himself over to third base. See if he tries to steal home again. That was fun.
I mean, he's fast.
Yeah.
Still 2 outs. Ryan Neindorf. Strike 1. Runners on the corners.
Big opportunity, though. After you give up kind of a rally inning, as the Corn Belt League had, it's always nice to get one back. Get one back, and that's got to be top of mind here for the Military War Dogs.
A little too low for ball 1. Logan Stribling on the mound for the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team. Every single one of these players has had a family member serve in the military. Runner going, big swing and a miss, fakes the throw down to second. And now, War Dogs with runners on second and third. Can Neindorf come in clutch here?
Player, coach, first baseman here tonight. Big opportunity for the Military War Dogs.
1-2 count. Late swing and a miss And that ends the inning for the War Dogs. Had a couple runners on the base paths, couldn't get anything through. Corn Belt team leads 7-3, and they'll take the bats to the bottom of the 6th next.
Whether you play on a field or play on a court or are running to greatness, during the game and after the game, during the wins and during the losses, Agri City Insurance has you covered. Here to help you insure what matters most. Agri City Insurance.
At Unity Eye Centers in Norfolk, their focus is on you. As the leading provider of optometry with advanced diagnostics and equipment, they can ensure your eye health is their top priority. A quick glance at their frame area will show you that you can have style as well as function, with plenty of frames to choose from. Their mission is to educate patients and provide cutting-edge technology and exceptional service with personalized care. Come to Unity Eye Centers in Norfolk to clearly see the difference. Why? Because your eyes deserve it.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
News Channel Nebraska 7-3 is the score of our tribute game between the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team and the U.S. Military War Dogs. Corn Belt leads 7-3. You got some kernels stuck in your teeth, Andy.
I know it. I tried to get it down there between the half inning. Couldn't do it. How about Commissioner of the Corn Belt League, Joe Seawood, taking care of us, bringing some of the patented grilled corn on the cob. A lot of salt and butter always make things a little bit better.
You know, I'm convinced I could give you a run for your money.
Yeah. Oh, I think you can, yeah. I mean, you can clean that thing off there.
How do you like corn from the Corn Belt League while calling a baseball game? That's the best. Well, here's the strike for Nick DeMonte. Last time he was up, he was called out in an interesting way. Bunted out of the batter's box. He's got 2 strikes on him now.
Yeah, and if we go back to the replay, I think what he ended up doing was he was moving forward and he got himself out of the box when he made contact with the bunted baseball.
1-2 count. Sakale pitch upstairs.
Boy, Sakale came in a really tough spot there after the War Dogs gave up 5 runs, really shut things down, and he was kind of leaning on that fastball, kind of getting in on these batters, staying ahead of them.
Breaking ball inside. It hit DeMonte. Oh, he's out. Did he lean into that? He's been called out in 2 interesting ways. I think he must have leaned into it.
He's taking his time here in the batter's box as well. Yeah, that's... Or he's not...
Oh, he held the out.
Or is it just
and now he's walking back to the dugout. Oh, no. Nick DeMonte. What a frustrating 2 at-bats. That's got to be... Here, check it out again. Yeah, he stuck his elbow out. He couldn't bring it back in. To be fair, he left it out. It's not like he brought it out. He left it out.
Right. He didn't make a movement to try and to get out of the way, and he didn't try to sell it at all. A lot of times you can kind of throw your elbow out there and kick your legs back, you know, and you can kind of get away with it. DeMonte didn't try to sell it, and he got rung up. The umpire was all over it, and that's 2 bizarre outs, as you mentioned, from the box.
This is flown to R.J. Vaughn at second, who makes the catch, and a quick, easy out.
Alec
Villanueva, yep.
Yep. Plays his collegiate ball for the Midland University Warriors.
And Fremont.
Yes. He's a part of the Haymakers squad here at the Corn Belt League. And that old Haymaker, he kind of reminds me of the Midland Warrior, doesn't he?
It kind of does. Here's a grounder hit towards short, scooped up. Throw over to first is in time. Got him out. And how about the defense from the War Dogs? Corn Belt League can't get anything going, but the CBL Military Tribute team leads 7-3. We head to the top of the 7th.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
My dad's addiction and death from overdosing on opioids has taught me it's likely that everybody knows somebody who is struggling with this very problem. Losing my mentor, my best friend, he took one pill too many that ultimately killed him.
News Channel Nebraska, thanks for tuning in today as we have reached the top of the 7th inning. You don't start stretching till the bottom of the 7th, is that
That's
right?
That's right. And you saw the tail end of the replay there, but just a heck of a play. E squared, Eddie Incan, the shortstop, coming up, and that hose, that cannon he had came up with, just got the runner at first base. Smooth play there from shortstop.
And another new pitcher for the Corn Belt League. I believe that is number 16, Nick Merchick.
Nick Merchant, a right-handed pitcher that pitches collegiately for York University. Played his high school ball at Elkhorn High, the original, the Antlers, right?
The original Elkhorn High.
Mm-hmm.
And now you mentioned the great play from Eddie Incan. Well, he's up to bat now.
I always love that as a player, where you're able to make a solid defensive play, you're feeling good about yourself, and you can just carry that momentum right to the batter's box with you, and that's the opportunity that Incan has right here, right now.
Strike one on him. Starting to get a little dark. I assume the fireworks will be plentiful. Hopefully you can see some over the horizon. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, we've seen a couple. We've heard a few more. But you're right, with the sun escaping us now, and now there's no shadows that the batters need to deal with across the infield.
I felt like it was kind of unfair for Ryan Neindorf his last time up. As this is strike 3, Neindorf also struck out right as a firework was going off. I think you should do a redo.
Let the military war dogs call a mulligan every now and then.
I think so. Come on, that's not fair.
As part, when we do these all-star games, tribute type of games, during the July 4th holiday weekend.
Up to bat now is Mike Livesley. He's had a tough go at the plate today, trying to get something going. Hits this one up toward third, charging it, and not able to make the play.
Garrett Seisman, right? Seisman?
Couldn't quite make the play.
It looked like it was going to be tough. Just kind of got, once again, hung up by the grass. Really thick grass here on the infield. It's received a lot of moisture, past couple of days.
So Seisman can't make the play, and Livesley takes first on the error, with Ken Harrelson up next. War Dogs need some runs.
Big right fielder here for the Military War Dogs takes first pitch, and it's a strike. It's that pitch that's kind of up, a little outside, right at the numbers, right at the script across the jersey. Oh, and way behind the fastball on that occasion. Harrelson's going to have to make an adjustment here.
0-2 count for Harrelson, runner on first. The pitch right toward the second baseman. Tried to throw back to first for the double play. Can't make the play there. It's a little nice catch done by Robert Archer.
Archer with a nice exchange there. He zipped it over. Just kind of got in on the first baseman. That was Trice Mahachik. Still able to go get it, not allow the base runner to advance.
0-1 count on Rosa. The 2 outs in this inning. Outs outside. Nice play by the catcher.
Really was. We've seen a number of catchers here. Gonna see if we can't figure out who's behind the dish now.
This is dribbled foul. Justin Rosa will get another chance.
Might be Cooper McCoy getting his crack at doing some catching here. Originally played his high school ball at Gretna High School. Now he's a Wayne State Wildcat.
Drilled into right field. That's down for a base hit, and the War Dogs keep the line moving.
Rosa with a really nice piece of hitting there, defensive swing, but does poke it just into the outfield, right field there. As you said, extends the inning, and now Military War Dogs, they got a base runner in scoring position.
Travis Hackett, the DH today.
This is what you want for your DH, isn't it? Guy on second base, you got a ribby just out there waiting for you.
Down 7-3, outside zone, strike one.
Now running at first base, number 25, Jared Pensa.
Big swing and a miss from Hackett. Down 0-2. Trying to stay alive here, keep the War Dogs in it. Got the outside corner for strike 3. And the War Dogs get down without tacking any more runs. 7-3 your score. We move to the top of the 8th. Coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Woodhouse Chevy is making car buying better. Now with 2 convenient locations in Missouri Valley, Iowa, and our newest location in Omaha at 112th and Dodge. Plus, going on now, receive up to $6,000 off MSRP on the 2023 Chevy Silverado. Visit us in-store or online anytime to shop our current offers and inventory. Find new roads with Woodhouse Chevy in Missouri Valley and now in Omaha.
Another War Dogs pitching change. We bring in Ken Bruder to take over for the bottom of the 7th inning. War Dogs in a deficit right now, 7-3.
Another right-handed pitcher from the bullpen here for the Military War Dogs. Really just trying to get out there, throw strikes, and get your hitters back into the dugout. I mean, that's what Ken Bruder is going to be trying to do right here, right now.
At this point, you got to hold the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team at bay. You don't want any more runs to come across. Now it's your chance to shut them down and then see if you can get the bats going. 6 more outs to play with for the War Dogs.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So you're running out of outs, aren't you? You're running out of opportunities. It's going to bring up Corey Bantam, number 17 for the Corn Belt League. Going to get the first crack at the new pitcher in Ken Bruder.
Corey Bantam batting now for Josh Cuniff. Lots of different players getting some action today. First pitch, not quite in the zone.
A lot of movement in this windup, isn't there? Kind of a step off to the side, a rock back into it, high leg kick here for Bruder.
And there it is, pitch. That's driven into right field. That's down for a base hit. What a way to get it going for Bantam. He's on his way to second. Bantam, will he keep going? He will put on the brakes with a stand-up double to open up the bottom of the 7th inning.
My goodness, well hit ball there. Just drove it right to the gap. Went down and got it. And to mention all that movement from Ken Bruder, the relief pitcher here, you know, if you try and keep your eye on the ball, he actually kind of dips the glove down, you know, ball in the mitt, down, then he brings it up. No problem, though, for Bantam as he got a hold of that one.
Ben Keski in the batter's box next.
A little bit of a knuckleball look there.
I love the spot right now from Ken Bruder.
He's definitely giving these hitters a different look. There's no doubt about that.
Firework cracks off in the background as the crack of the bat hits it towards center field. Catch is made, tagging up toward third, trying to gun him down at third, over the head, and no play is made. Good job defensively by Bruder to back that up. As Keski is out, advances the runner Bantam to third.
Yeah, Bruder really helping himself out there, playing the backup role there, because had he not got there and caught the overthrow, you had a pinch runner who was getting after it for the Corn Belt League, had to slam on the brakes, though, shut it down at third.
1 out. That's down low for a ball.
You know, Kaylin, I had an idea or a thought going into this one that the Military War Dogs are probably going to play a disciplined style of baseball.
It makes sense. Tyson McAlexander here. Swing and a miss. I think I got a piece of that.
A lot of movement on that. A little bit of a breaking ball look to it.
I think the knuckleball might be one of my favorite pitches.
Got over the top of that one. That just stayed elevated up in the zone. Didn't come down quite enough. Got a 2-1 count now.
Swing and a miss. McAlexander can't catch up to it.
Oh, that's just nasty how it moves from left to right. You're also seeing the bottom kind of drop out. So a lot of things are going on there with that knuckleball. Oh, and that was close. Went right back to it.
2-2 count.
As you mentioned, Kaylin, over the horizon, we are starting to see some fireworks go off in the distance.
Big fan. Full count here. McAlexander drills this one to left center field. Back running toward it, McNeil. It is over his head. Walking in the run to third, and McAlexander in for a triple.
He was thinking 3 the whole way, the head first slide. He came around second motoring, no doubt about it, as it got by the center fielder, McNeil. And as you mentioned, just crushed it. It nearly made its way to the wall. That allowed for Nick DeMonte to kind of take his time, the courtesy runner trotting home.
Increases the lead to 8-3. Big thanks to our sponsor of this 7th inning, Columbus Community Hospital, where you can experience excellence, and your health is their top priority at Columbus Community Hospital. Nice pitch in there for strike 2. Grant Simpson.
Now, Alexander there, you know, he played his high school ball at Elkhorn South. He's got to be thinking on pass ball, I can get in, because we talked about how the third baseman Banda is kind of a flamboyant player. He's not holding him on third, so you can get a little bit bigger lead here if you time it up.
And strike 3 on Simpson. Got him looking.
That's just a filthy pitch, isn't it? That knuckleball you like.
Brings up Trace Mahacek in the 8-hole.
Mahacek played his high school ball for Bellevue West. It seems like the Thunderbirds do just about everything well when it comes to sports.
Thunderbirds are always talented.
That knuckleball misses just inside on that opening pitch here.
Misses on this pitch. It's 2-0. 8-3 lead for the Corn Belt military team. War Dogs were playing very well early, but after a big inning in the 5th, things just kind of went off the rails.
Yeah, 5 runs in the 5th, and we had bases loaded, no outs. That usually can add up to disaster, and that's exactly what happened for the military War Dogs. Just too many base runners early on in that inning without any outs being generated.
Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Trace Mahacek couldn't quite catch up to that one.
He wants that high. He wants that high fastball.
Two count. Just gets a piece of it, fouls it off.
And you saw the movement once again, that knuckleball cutting from left to right. Heck of a job by Mahacek, just making some contact there, fouling it off. Count remains 2-2 and 2. Pitcher's count.
Doesn't get the call. Full count now.
Boy, and the command he's had on that knuckleball, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to it here.
Gotta love the knuckleball. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Can the War Dogs get out of the inning? Driven into left field, right in front of the left fielder. Thomas, the run scores from third.
LaShawn Thomas just didn't see it off the bat in time, kind of threw his palms up like, where is it? I need help, I need help. Was able to come in on it, but after it already dropped in there for a base hit, as you mentioned, an RBI.
That's tough, and because Thomas, I thought he looked like he figured he had it, but yeah, you're right. He couldn't quite see it. Landed right in front of him.
Didn't get a good jump on it there. Going to have a little discussion at the plate here between Rosa and Bruder, the relief pitcher. Catcher, pitcher on the same page.
2 outs in the inning. Cooper
Right
McCoy.
back to that changeup.
Cooper McCoy now in the 9-hole. One 0 count. Big swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Bruder.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job of keeping these batters kind of guessing, right? Because you'll sneak that fastball by you, but you're really looking for that changeup because he has such great command. It's obviously his go-to pitch.
This is lifted into right center field, back under it, and making the catch without any harm done is Harrelson, and run scores for the Corn Belt military team. It's 9-3 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Coming up next on NCN.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech program and become part of the Landmark difference.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Pretty sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands will be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Top of the 8th inning in our special military tribute game with the Corn Belt military tribute team and the U.S. War Dogs. Right now, the Corn Belters are up 9-3 over the War Dogs. Top of the 8th, so now the U.S. military War Dogs will have a chance to try to make this a closer game. It's 9-3 right now. My name's Kalen Devin, along with Andy Klassen. We got some fireworks now going off on the horizon for the 4th of July.
Now, does that help the batter or the pitcher out? Which way are you leaning with this?
I think that helps the pitcher out. I do. That's my guess anyway.
Especially with them going off over the horizon in the field of vision for these batters.
Exactly. The pitcher can't see the fireworks; he can only hear them. And if you're a batter, you got to keep your focus locked in. That's outside for ball 2 on Josh McNeil.
Going to bring back in Nick Mersick here for the Corn Belt League. Mentioned Mersick played his high school ball for Elkhorn High.
Did the batter go?
He
did.
Josh McNeil, the leadoff center fielder here for the military War Dogs, finds him back in the box here, down 2-1.
He scored 2 of the 3 runs for the War Dogs today. This foul back toward the fence.
Yeah, he's just done a fantastic job of figuring out ways to get himself on base and to be a base runner. Really, both of these teams have been aggressive on the base path here tonight.
Reaches for that one, fouls it off.
It's just a frustrating type of batter, right? If you're the pitcher here, this guy just won't go away. I've delivered 2 closeout, could be strikeout pitches, and he fouled both of them off.
Mersick with the windup delivery, fouled off again.
And that fastball had a little extra zip to it, didn't it?
Well, now you got to do it again if you're Mersick. You're like, I just want this McNeil guy to be done.
And even down in the count here, 2-2, still doing a great job protecting.
Again, he protects. It's what they do for this country, and that's what McNeil does at the plate.
That's some wordplay right there, Kalen. You are the man.
2-2 count for McNeil. Once again, fouls it off.
Mersek's going to have to get back, dial it right back up here. You just kind of feel like McNeil is starting to get his timing down, too. He's fouled off 4 in a row here.
Yeah. Still a 2-2 count. And this time lines one through towards short throw over. Is the stretch there? No. Pulled the first baseman off the bag.
That was Alec Villanueva with a really nice scoop, and he knew he had to hurry it up. Just a little wide with the throw, and wouldn't you know it, Josh McNeil, after one heck of an at-bat, finds himself as a base runner once again.
Once more. And
Yep.
I will say it was a beautiful charge up. Nice throw, just a little bit too far off the bag.
Yep.
Where your first baseman couldn't quite make the stretch.
LaShawn Thomas takes a hack at it here as we take a look at that play at first base.
And there's the scoop, a sidearm throw. Just pulled him off. It was close, but that is the right call.
Fantastic work there by our camera crew. Getting a really good angle. And I mean, that was bang, bang, and the umpires didn't waver at it at all. Came out with an authoritative safe, base runner safe right away.
None down with 2 outs, or excuse me, 2 strikes on LaShawn Thomas. He lifts this one toward first. Catch is made. And McNeil back on first without a problem.
Yep, scampers back to first base. Didn't want to get lined out. And a little bit of a bow breaker there. The bat shattered. Thomas finishes the job breaking it over his knee as he waltzes back to the dugout.
He's had a tough go at it.
Here it is. Oh, he went on the ground.
Let's see this one. Here you go. And
cool.
I thought I heard the crack. This is cracked into the right side of the foul line for Migo Banda.
I think everybody wants to see Banda get back on base.
He's fun.
That's a show.
I will say, we need to have that hits Banda. He's back on base.
McNeil was running as well. Runners advance.
Well, I think what we need here is a view of our catcher down low so we can see the fireworks going off
right
on the horizon. It is beautiful.
Just a beautiful layout here. Seymour Smith Park, J.J. Isaacson Field. It's just in fantastic shape as well.
1-0 count for R.J. Vaughn. And there for a strike. Nice pitch from Mersick.
Yeah, real nice comeback pitch there, tying it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now delivering from the stretch because he's got runners on first and second.
Same spot and same outcome. Strike 2.
R.J. Vaughn's going to have to think about swinging at that one. It's obviously not the pitch that he's looking for.
Will Mersick go back to the same spot?
Yes.
He does, and it's strike 3.
And Vaughn knew it right away. He delivered him 3 fastballs on the outside part of the plate there. And the umpire was consistent with the call. It was a strike every single time.
Stick around for our coach's post-game interview brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. We'll interview our winning coach today. Always love the post-game to hear the responses and, of course, just about what this game means to these athletes today.
Right, and it's going to be a veteran regardless of who comes out the victorious here.
Throw over to first, and it is in time as Ryan Neindorf is set down. Had a nice bat on the ball, but couldn't quite have enough juice on it. That ends the inning. We move to the bottom of the 8th. It's 9-3. Corn Belters on top of the War Dogs. Coming up next.
Experience what banking local feels like. Bank of the Valley is owned and managed by the people within our community. This means our decisions are made right here by people who care about you and the communities we serve. Knowing our customers personally helps our experienced team provide the best solutions as your banking needs and goals change. Stop into our newest branch in Schuyler, Nebraska, or visit any of our other bank locations in person or online. Bank of the Valley. Together, we go further.
We feel it at the grocery store, when we pay our cable bill, or purchase our favorite coffee. Costs are on the rise. That's not true with electricity. For the past 10 years, customers in communities served by Nebraska Public Power District have enjoyed no annual overall rate increases. So, considering how electricity powers our everyday, it remains a great value. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Bottom of the 8th inning and a 9-3 lead for the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team. They lead over the U.S. Military War Dogs by 6 runs. It's starting to get dark out. We're starting to see fireworks. And Andy is on his second cob of corn.
Hey, they bring it up here for us. It would be, a little rude of us not to take advantage and, make the effort, right?
Right. Hey, there's one more over there.
You're exactly right, though. Yeah, you got one more. You got one more coming your way.
I'm waiting for it.
Here
there
we go.
It is.
Here we
oh,
go.
That's a nice piece.
There we go. So you mentioned how the sun has gone down, and at first pitch it was 88 degrees, beautiful warm weather. Now it's dropped to 80 degrees, so an 8-degree shift from first pitch to now, and we are getting in the later part of the game, so it all kind of fits.
It feels great in here. And a beautiful booth. Nice stadium at J. Isaacson Field in Omaha. Big shout out to the Corn Belt League crew who helps us come in here and broadcast these games every single week.
No doubt about it. And this is a long time home for the UNO Mavericks. Used to play their home games here.
Wow.
It's nice when the city and other groups come together and keep a ballpark that has a little tradition to it, a little, heritage, and keep it running and looking this nice, this immaculate, and then utilize it. Get a league like this in here to play most of their home games.
Batting right now is Andy Cisneros. He's back. That just shows you that there's been a lot of movement in this lineup today.
Yes. And we had a pretty good idea going into it that, we want to see as many players as possible, and that's what, these all-star games, these tribute type of games are kind of for.
2-1 count for Cisneros.
Oh, he ripped that one.
Yeah, he did in between left and center field. Back, trying to make the catch. McNeil, did he? He did.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
What a crab.
Oh, gee whiz.
He was stumbling into the fence, and he didn't really show if he had the ball or not.
I thought it might have got over his head here.
Oh, how about the shot from our camera crew as well? First of all, great catch by McNeil, and a great shot.
We've seen a couple web gems here from the Military War Dogs defensively.
These guys can ball. Alec Villanueva goes behind him for ball 1.
Breaking ball didn't break quite enough that time for Bruder. Villanueva, he's fortunate because he didn't get his bat down. If that would have hit the bat from behind him, it still would have been counted as a foul ball.
That happened a lot to me when I was in Little League. I didn't know how to bring the bat down. 2-0 count for Villanueva. hitter's count. It's downstairs for ball 3. You think you got the green light here?
I think so. In this type of a setting, you're ahead. You can be aggressive. You can roll the dice a little bit. Oh, what a nice pitch.
Oh, that was ball 4.
Oh, I thought that found the inside portion of the plate.
I thought so too. Either way, Villanueva takes first with 1 out. And coming on is Aaron Archer.
Aaron Archer does a good amount of catching for his Black Sox squad.
Villanueva goes, the throw down to second, not there, and a stolen base for Alec Villanueva.
And right away, you saw Archer, he was taking that pitch because that was a design steal. They want to get that base runner over to second, take away the double play, also get another RBI opportunity out there for another Corn Belt League batter.
Going again, Villanueva, the throw down to third, not there, and Villanueva with back-to-back stolen bases.
The Midland University Warriors being a warrior on the base path here tonight.
Now a runner on third for Aaron Archer. That's away for ball 2.
Good disciplined eye. A squared, Aaron Archer.
Fouls it off toward the right side of the fence. A squared. You're bringing me back to my math days. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
The little 2 there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
It's Pythagorean theorem.
He did a heck of a job actually following that breaking ball across. He fouled it off, but just to get a piece of it, I'm impressed.
Corn Belters lead 9-3 over the War Dogs. And a chance to tack on some more. Villanueva at third. Aaron Archer, 2-2 count. The pitch. Fouled off, third base side.
Well, did you see how Aaron Archer had to stay in his stance there? He had to stay, wait on it. And as soon as that broke, he turned. Good swing. Unable to straighten it out, though. Sends it foul down the third base line.
This is cracked left side, back at it, and sliding and making the catch. Runner tags anyway, and Villanueva scores, but how about the catch from Thomas?
Thomas doing a fantastic job. Get that one right off the bat. That time there was no hesitation. Slides in there to make the catch. Still good for an RBI, but another defensive gem for the Military War Dogs.
10-3, the score now for the Corn Belt Military team.
And that's why Villanueva stole second, then third base. Gives himself an opportunity like that to get on home, tack on another one. The Corn Belt Military team.
Keegan McLaughlin comes back, and he's trying to see if he can do as the fireworks do and explode one off the bat. 2-0 count. With 2 down and no base traffic.
Keegan McLaughlin, another one of these guys, a former Gretna Dragon.
Gretna's another school that seems like they're good at everything, too.
Yes. They've had a pretty good run of success the last 2 or 3 years. Football, basketball.
That community has just grown.
Yeah.
Stick around for our player of the game after this final out is made. Brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center. 3-0 count. Inside ball 4.
Bruder just having a tough time right now locating, refinding the zone.
Here comes Ben Keski again.
Number 7, Ben Keski.
And 10-3 lead.
There it
First
is.
pitch, strike.
Dropped it right in there right in the bucket for a strike.
Also, stick around for our top plays after this game is done. It's all brought to you by Currency. Big hit toward right center field. Is that in the gap? It's down for a base hit. Keski trying to stretch it into a double. He does. No one's there to protect the bag.
Well-placed hit. Put that right in the gap. A little celebration there at second base. Back to the dugout.
McLaughlin moves to third. Keski at second.
I thought maybe enough was underneath this to allow the outfielders to get there. Just couldn't get there in time.
And Tyson McAlexander, who last time up smoked a triple into the outfield. 2 down. First pitch, not quite there.
You also
Looked
got to
close.
you got to think that it's kind of an advantage here for the Corn Belt League and their hitters. This is the second time seeing the knuckleballer here in Ken Bruder.
Big swing and a miss from McAlexander. But since that ball went away,
yep,
Corn Belt League able to tack on another run still.
Yeah, a little frustrating as a pitcher. You know, you deliver, you execute a pitch like this, but that's tough on the catcher. You had a batter swinging in front of you. It's a tough pitch to defensively play anyway as the bottom just drops out of it.
Two 2-1 now for McAlexander. Keski on third.
Well, that was a really nice job by Rosa coming out of his stance and keeping that one in front of him.
Bottle rocket down the third base side and safe at first with an RBI to his name.
Banda did a good job getting his mitt on it, stopping the ball, but it would have been a kind of a hurry-up job for him to try and actually make that transition and zip it across the field. I don't know if he would have been able to make that play in time anyhow.
TJ Swaney in the box. First pitch ball with a runner on first and a 12-3 lead. Corn Belt military team has really opened things up in the second half of this game.
Yeah, and that says a lot because they got down right away, 1-0, you know, and
nice play, scoop by third, trying to go over to get the easy out at second, and wonderfully done by Migo Banda to end the inning. 12-3, got to take a lot of runs for the U.S. War Dogs. Can they get it done in the top of the ninth? We'll find out next.
The air inside your home can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outside air. John Henry's priority is keeping your home safe and healthy for you and your family. Cleaning your home's air duct system is an important part of that goal. Our service professionals will clean your air ducts using top-of-the-line equipment that pulls air in reverse through the duct system, while using compressed air and agitation tools to remove unwanted particles. Once the air is discharged, it runs through 3 stages of filtration, leaving your air duct system restored and functioning cleaner than ever. Contact John Henry's today and schedule your steps to a healthier home.
No matter what your age, skill level, or position, Your baseball season begins at the Strike Zone. Featuring state-of-the-art batting cages, group and private instruction, the Strike Zone provides athletes all the training and equipment you need to get your game to the next level. Give the gift of development to your baseball or softball player. Purchase your Strike Zone gift cards today. Baseball never ends at the Strike Zone.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
There's the 4th of July celebration we all love to see. That's right behind us, Andy.
Yeah.
See, we're looking out into the outfield and seeing the horizon, but this is behind us.
Well, we got the entire city of Omaha on the backdrop here, and fireworks going off really pretty much consistently since sundown here over the horizon.
Well, who doesn't love big things that explode for America?
Yeah, that's right. Let freedom ring, right?
Sing it, Andy. Let
No.
ring. All right, 12-3 is our score. U.S. military war dogs down by 9 runs. Need to find some bats going here. This is their final 3 outs with our new pitcher as well.
Yeah, Evan Metzler is going to take the mound here, try to close things out. And it's going to bring up shortstop Eddie Enkin, and he's got to be thinking here, just get on board, get on base. Got a lot of ground to make up here, Kalen, and it all starts with just getting base runners.
And let's see if the War Dogs can get something going. Eddie Inkin opens up the inning. Top of the 9th. Swing and a miss.
Ooh.
Nice pitch from Metzler.
Our throwing right-hander, obviously a reliever as he's throwing from the stretch, even though there's no base runners.
Popped up high right side, out of the field of play. So you kind of have been mentioning the Corn Belt teams as the broadcast has gone on. You mentioned the Haymakers there. Can you tell me what other Nebraska town has the mascot Haymakers?
Oh, Cozad?
That's correct. Took a half a second, Andy. My trivia question didn't quite work for you. Got it right away.
I've called a couple high school games in my day, and we cover the Haymakers fairly well, I would say, at News Channel Nebraska.
2-2 count. Can't hit the zone there from Metzler. Eddie Inkin digs in for the full count.
That's another fun part of the Corn Belt League for me, is it kind of has that minor league feel to it with names like the Black Sox, the Filth Ballers with a big ugly pig as the mascot. You also have the Haymakers, and
hey, that pig is beautiful.
And of course the Crop Dusters. So
I like that one the best. 12-3, Inkin walks to first. Mike Livesey's up next.
Mission accomplished. First guy gets on board here. See the start of something, of a little bit of a comeback here for the military War Dogs.
Looking for some magic. Can the fireworks be set off in the top of the 9th? And check swing.
Got him.
0-1. You can really hear the booms right now.
Yeah, I think some of these local shows are getting into their finale.
1-1 count for Mike Livesey. That's upstairs for ball 2. Runner on first, Livesey. 2-1 count. Down by a big margin. That gets the zone. Lively thought that was a little low and outside.
Going to take a moment to himself here. Walker, take a little walk out of the box.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Lively couldn't catch up to it, and that's a good first out for Evan Metzler.
That was a smart pitch for Metzler, knowing that he was getting that corner, went right back to it with his fastball for the strikeout. Big first out here as we're seeing the Corn Belt military tribute team try to eke out a win.
0-1 count for Kent Harrelson. He's struck out a couple times today. Has not yet reached. Trying to throw it back to first.
So you're saying he's due.
He's due. I love the he's due moments. Harrelson waits. Ball.
Excellent job laying off that pitch.
One count. Watches that one in for strike two.
How about Metzler really working that outside corner?
Well, he knows that's a good spot for strike calls. Tries it again, fouled off, back toward us.
Harrelson staying alive.
One out, 1-2 count. Metzler's pitch, swing and a miss. And Harrelson has left the War Dogs with the final out. It's up to Justin Rosa to keep things going.
Really gotta love that sequence there from relief pitcher Evan Metzler as he's trying to get the save here, going right back to that low outside fastball.
Floated up toward the right side, trying to make a play to end the game. Can't quite get there. Not enough speed.
Right fielder was on his horse, though. I believe that was Corey Bantam trying to make a play.
0-1 count.
Might have been Ben Keski, actually.
These guys have moved around so much, Andy.
They have.
I think Keski's played 8 positions today, so 0-1 count to Rosa. Hits this one to second. Throw over to first in time. And that's our ball game today. Tremendously done. And, of course, for a bigger reason above these players today for the military and for this country, the Corn Belt Military Tribute Team gets the win 12-3 over the U.S. Military War Dogs. Stick around. We've got our top plays and interviews all coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't, but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Driving by on the highway, you'd never guess what this store holds. When you walk in, rest assured this small-town vet supply store has big city selection. There's a good chance if what you're looking for isn't in the back, they can order it for you. Luckily, you'll get the small-town friendly service and knowledgeable sales staff every step of the way. From vaccine help to renting a tux for your son's wedding. See the staff at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
Valley Vet Supply.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. If your business needs help financing big-ticket items, visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Custom Sports. Represent your school and look good doing it with Custom Sports.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're here at the grill, waiting for the flip.
He has a great hot lie here on the grill. Looks like he is going with the tongs here, Jim. A great choice.
Timing is everything.
Nailed it! A flip for the ages. What a flip. Perfect marks. I'd take a slice out of that one. Certified Piedmontese. Real Nebraska beef. So tender and dripping in flavor, you won't believe a steak this good can be shipped right to your front door.
At Faith Regional Physician Services OBGYN, listening to you to create an individualized healthcare plan that fits your needs and preferences is our top priority. Whether you need an annual checkup, specialized gynecology care, or pregnancy management, we partner with you to provide expert care using advanced practices, technology, and techniques. Faith Regional Physician Services OBGYN. Care on your terms is the Faith difference.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones, and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
The postgame show on NCN is brought to you by You Save Pharmacy, dedicated to the well.
At Farmers Pride, we are proud to work with agricultural producers, commercial businesses, and homeowners. As a farm supply and grain marketing cooperative, we are proud to serve the region's needs of grain, feed, agronomy, energy, and transportation for over 80 years. We help the farmers who feed the world by providing the people, products, and programs to deliver solutions for our customers' success. Farmers Pride, in the field, on your farm, in your community.
The postgame show on NCN is brought to you by You Save Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. NCN Sports is sponsored by Certified Piedmontese Beef, Real Nebraska Beef, Region 4 Behavioral Health System, affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services, and by Schaefer's. We're more than just TVs and appliances.
The Heart and Vascular team at Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute has spent the last 22 years focused on providing the highest level of heart care possible. With over 24,000 patients seen in the last 2 years alone, we know cardiac care by heart. Today, we offer the most advanced practices and technology to patients in 11 local communities, ensuring easier access to cardiology services. With specialists focusing on heart failure, vascular diseases, thoracic surgery, abnormal heart rhythms, and general cardiology, you can count on our heart experts to collaborate to provide you with the best care possible. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute, keeping a pulse on the hearts of Nebraska for over 2 decades, is the Faith difference.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. If your business needs help financing big-ticket items, visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Custom Sports. Represent your school and look good doing it with Custom Sports.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the non-stop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
Thanks for tuning in on News Channel Nebraska, where our Corn Belt Military Tribute team took down the U.S. Military War Dogs in a wonderful game, 12-3. Let's send it on down to Andy Klassen for some post-game interviews.
Thank you, Kalen. Joined by winning head coach Marine Vern Hasty. First off, what does it mean to be involved in a type of game like this where the Military War Dogs came to town, a traveling military tribute team?
Well, it's all about the veterans tonight. Those guys, some of them were veterans, some of them were active duty military personnel, and some of them were first responders, I understand. And it's because of guys like that we're able to play tonight, so that made it very special.
And also just the time of year, 4th of July weekend just doesn't get any better than that, does it?
No, it doesn't. The fireworks going off tonight, just game in just in time for the coup de grace back there.
It was quite the scene, very special scene. Getting to the game, you guys got down early, but then you kind of got right back into it, knotted up an inning later. What does that kind of tell you about your team's mentality?
Well, they came back. I knew we were going to, have guys go in there every couple innings. You knew some things were going to happen. So we, like you say, we started out a little bit slow, but kids came in and started swinging the bat, and I've got some good pitching and some good defense behind us, and came out in the end, by golly.
And what goes into the coaching? Because they had a couple knuckleballers come in the lineup. You saw all sorts of things from the mound tonight.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to get up there against a knuckleballer. Ball was moving a little bit for that one guy on there, but no, we were fortunate to put the ball in play and score some runs, and it was a good night. It was fun.
And what can you tell me about tonight's player of the game, Logan Scribbling? We have him 3 for 3, 2 runs scored. He was a big part of that big 5th inning where he tacked on 5 runs and really kind of took control of the game.
Yeah, Logan swung the bat well, and which is what we expect of him. And actually, he had a couple decent plays. One real good play in the field at third base, and then of course he went in and pitched for an inning or two and did an outstanding job. So Logan had a great night. He sure did.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All righty, let's bring in our player of the game, Logan Scribbling. We have you down for 3 for 3. What was working for you? What was your approach at the plate tonight? Because you seem to have it dialed in.
Yeah, my mentality I just came really early to swing because my swing felt really off, and I felt a lot better after getting a lot of extra reps before the game against the War Dogs.
And what does it mean to you personally to play in a type of game like this? Because everybody has a military member that's, part of your family, and then you get to represent the Corn Belt League in a type of setting like this.
Yeah, my uncle I'm staying with here in Omaha is actually an ex-military guy, so it's really nice to be able to play for him and stay with him throughout this summer.
We also noticed you flashed the leather here tonight. Walk me through that play, because that was bang, bang. You had to make your mind up in a hurry.
Yeah, on that play, I had to get out really quick because I was playing really far back against him. I'm really glad because sometimes I struggle when I try to get out quick on a run.
And what happened for you guys in your mind, that 5th inning? That was big because you guys really took control, tacked on 5 runs, and really just kind of put it away at the end there.
Yeah, I wanted to keep the hits going that inning. We had 0 outs, and I wanted to keep on going with players on base that inning.
And what does this kind of do for your mindset? Because it's kind of like have an all-star break to it, doesn't it, for the season? Now you kind of rejuvenated looking at the back half of the season?
Yeah, it's nice to play a few extra games, I guess, throughout the season because some of our games have been rained out, which is nice to be able to play against the Military War Dogs.
Logan, thank you for your time. Congratulations on a great night.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, let's send this back up to Kalen to wrap this one up from the booth.
Thanks, Andy, and congratulations to Logan Scribbling, our player of the game. I think we actually had him for 4 for 4, so that means that stud was hitting the ball well tonight, seeing things well, and making some good plays in the field. Now it's time for our top plays. We'll take you through them, brought to you by Currency. So here we have it, the U.S. Military War Dogs traveling team in the fireworks in the background, taking on the Corn Belt military team today in Omaha. A fun matchup. Tied up at 1 at this moment here. Here's a nice run that gets poked through the gap, and the War Dogs were able to tack on a couple runs. Migo Banda got things going for them to give them the lead. A 2-1 lead at that point. We head to the 4th inning. 3-1 right now. War Dogs on top by a couple runs. Here is Keski, who lines it over to shallow center field, and a beautiful play made over the shoulder by R.J. Vaughn. Stuck with it, was able to make the catch. We head to the 5th inning, And this is when things continue to roll for the Corn Belt military team. That just gets through the gap there in a 3-2 game, ties it up at 3, and this time that run comes home to make it a 4-3 lead for the Corn Belt military tribute team. 4-3 at this point. Keski, now he gets the bat going, able to put this one into shallow center field, tacks on another run, and is sending it home to increase the lead there. It is now 5-3. But they end up scoring 5 more runs that inning, 7-3 at this point. And how about this triple? This is Tyson McAlexander, gets it down, and it is a huge hit. Tacks on the 8th run, and it's a triple as he slides into third. Banda making the catch there. More runs are scored, 9-3 at this point. Corn Belt team continues to send some ropes down the line. This is fair. Well, how about the catch, actually, and in foul territory from LaShawn Thomas, but it does score another run. The Corn Belt team would score 2 more and gets the win, 12-3 over the U.S. Military War Dogs. We think both teams coming out today almost like an all-star game. Very fun to see on the 4th of July. Appreciate all of you for watching today in our top plays. Again, one more time from the booth, I want to say a big thank you to all of our veterans out there. Have a very wonderful and safe 4th of July. Big shout out to our crew today for News Channel Nebraska and the Corn Belt League for having us up here again. Andy Klassen, Connor, and Danny did a fantastic job running us in the truck today. My name is Kalen Devin. Have a terrific 4th of July.